Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Arthur Mnemonic. After that sea of mediocrity, let's go and hop into a good game with some Sonic Colors Ultimate.
Are you streaming it?
Yeah, I'm streaming it now. I just clicked on the thing.
Okay, good. Let me just give me a second and I'll hop in.
So, are you looking forward to playing anything that's not...
Yes. As long as
it's the Gall Chungus on your fucking stream.
Oh yeah, I've had Gall Chungus there for a while. He's been there since Kirby's Adventure.
He's chilling.
Yeah, he's just chilling there with Paul Phoenix.
Been chilling.
Alright. You know, it's a shame I can't really hear the music without going into the stream, but the stream is behind, so it's also good.
Well, this is the remix of Reach of the Stars.
You can set it to low latency on your end.
When are we getting to Baldy McNose hair?
I love this. I love this intro so much.
The intro's pretty good.
It's such a good song.
I do think the remix.
Iconic.
I do think the remix of Reach for the Stars is not as good as the original, but it's passable.
Well, to be fair, a lot of the remix tracks just don't.
But we're gonna be using the original versions. But it's really hard to put some Reach for the Stars.
Just take a chance.
Come on, let's get ready to play the fucking game.
I'm playing Ratchet and Clank. At least this time you're not playing Sonic 4.
Yeah, I'd rather be playing this than Sonic 4, obviously.
I'm using don't.
I'm gonna fight for I really do love this opening though. Like the cinematics, this is why I really love the Unleashed era, because this is where cinematics for Sonic were like at an all-time high.
Oh, absolutely, they are top tier as fuck.
Yeah, like Eggman Sandwich.
Fortnite Battle Royale.
Oh yeah. That looks like an Adult Swim bumper.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that the DS version pretty much has the visual novel style approach for cutscenes, because I played both versions of this game a bunch. When I was young.
But is there a Knuckles row?
Well, the funny thing is about the DS version has some really cool story elements where they actually have a crap ton of cameos from the other characters. Because you have like different missions you have to do for 100% completion of an area. And some of the completion like missions you have to do have cameos from random characters like Knuckles and Rouge. Or like
okay, there we go.
One of them is like Blaze and
original music.
Silver.
Let's go and put original music there now. Now we're ready to play the game.
Do they reference Baldy McNose here?
You really want to see that joke, huh?
Yeah, because that's the joke everyone talks about when it comes to this game.
Actually, wait. One more thing. Text language. English.
Spanish.
Is there fucking subtitles in this? There should be.
Also, I want to say this game might take a couple streams because it's actually pretty long.
Oh yeah. But I do find it kind of
yeah,
funny,
because each world has what, like 8 or so acts each.
People have actually said that Sonic and the Secret Rings is better than this game because the story is better in Sonic.
Yeah, and those people are idiots.
Those people are stupid.
This story is really simple, and it should not be more than that.
Yeah, but the jokes should be better.
Also, don't forget, my favorite joke is, will the owner of a yellow cab, license plate NOM455, your car is in the path of an oncoming asteroid.
Holy crap.
I love those.
60 frames is so fucking good to have in this now.
First of all, I want to talk about that I just, like this starting level right here, like, The visuals.
Oh yeah, he did such a
Don't
good
forget,
starting
no
level.
copyright law in the universe is gonna stop me. I do actually like that line.
No.
Oh yeah, I like
No
it, but
way,
I like using it
actual
more like
functioning
without
homing
the, without regards to the.
I do like how if you haven't unlocked the, I do like how when you actually unlock the different wisps, you can come back and actually reach like certain parts of an area.
Oh,
again.
absolutely.
Here
So
we
you can
the
get to the
stars.
alternate routes. Yeah, looking at this takes me back.
Wow,
What?
Sonic 4, but good.
How'd you mess that up? Streamer messed up easy trick. Downvoted.
Time to ratio the
Unsubscribe.
streamer.
Okay, yeah, this is the one where you can actually just use the stick to switch over. Awesome.
Yeah. It's always pretty simple.
Oh yeah. Well, no, it's just because in Unleashed you had to use the triggers.
Oh yeah, that's right. That always threw me off whenever I try to revisit Unleashed after playing Colors.
Okay, so that's
Good.
how.
Great.
I'm sorry. Okay,
Awesome.
the reason why it took me a bit to like get those tricks done.
Amazing.
I'm used to how they're done in Generations where you use the stick actually.
Woohoo! Alright, and boom. Yeah. Really fast first level without the wisp.
What the? Oh.
Also, I love how you can destroy the credits in the back. That's always a funny touch. Open.
If Eggman were a YouTuber, what content do you think he would do?
No.
Oh, I know exactly what he would be. One of those people that buys like 5 PlayStations and fixes them, like Tronix Fix does.
Oh, right, yeah.
Mega Man would be like, "Here's your problem. You're a gamer."
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can see.
I hate
Dude,
that. I hate the fact that I keep getting trailers for that now when I never had them before.
dude, I love. Yeah, like Eggman would literally watch Linus Tech Tips and be like, "Yeah, you see, this guy gets it."
You see, this guy gets it.
Gamer.
Exactly. Yeah, but I could also see Eggman being like Abe Simpson, where he's like, "I used to be hip with it."
But then they changed what it was.
I could see
Now,
Eggman
what's
turning
it is
into
weird
that.
and scary to me. It'll happen to you.
Happen to you. It'll happen to you too, Sonic.
Man, just having Sonic control a lot smoother is just great in this because I felt like Unleashed was a little stiffer, but here he's a lot more loose, which is good.
I think the strongest gameplay element of Colors is the actual feel of Sonic. In
Oh, yeah,
this game.
absolutely.
Play
he
this
feels
or any
right.
other version, by the way, for chat. Play this or any other version of it. I played on Switch. It is rough, and
Well,
it
yeah.
shouldn't have been.
Yeah. God.
Oh, dude, it is so noticeably like lower in quality. Oh man,
Well, yeah.
like it runs at 30. How the fuck does it run at 30 frames a second? It's more powerful than the Wii, and the Wii ran at 60.
Well, keep in mind, this was outsourced.
Yeah, it's also a very mismanaged port. Is the thing.
Keep in mind, this was because Sega didn't have enough stuff for the holiday season, so they had to just make this as a quick, like, holdover before the big game.
But I'm not referencing anything like what happened to Aaron or Game Grumps or whatever. No, fuck that shit. A lot of that was actually a result of them running it on an emulator that it had no.
No, Game Grumps did not run it on an emulator. No, they were like, why the fuck isn't this game crashing?
No. One of the infamous videos that spread on
Well, yeah,
Twitter
no,
was
I
a
know
guy
what you're
trying to
talking
run it
about.
on Yuzu, where Yuzu was primarily made only for running like Smash Brothers and Pokemon.
No, it can run other games. It's just that specific game doesn't work well on it.
It's
Yeah,
what
but
users,
then people
users primarily
immediately
built for
took
Breath
that
of the
video.
Wild.
Like the guy was showing the progress of the crack, and people immediately took that video and with no context and was like, "See, this game's bad," because people always want to be mad at Sonic.
Well, I mean, to be fair, nobody knew at the time it was Yuzu until someone actually analyzed the gameplay.
Yeah, like when someone brought up, it's
So
like, wait a minute,
it
why
was
is there a mouse
something else.
pointer here?
One thing I don't like about these cutscenes is like, for some reason, the lighting on the actual character models is really off, even in the port.
I mean, it made sense in the Wii version because that wasn't an HD console.
But yeah, it's just really weird seeing
yeah.
the lack of lighting on the models, and then we cut to the actual cutscene here, and the lighting's just fine. I do really like how they actually give you a scope of like how the amusement park looks compared to like everything else. Like you really do feel like it's huge.
How did Ratchet and Clank get away with naming a character Skid McMarks?
Also, they
Don't worry about
they
it.
used this exact
Early 2000s
cutscene here for the intro in the DS version, and it looks really crispy on the DS.
They should just name him Skid Row.
surprisingly.
Wait, I forgot. This is the series that named that the sequel names are all like Ratchet and Clank Nutsack.
Ratchet and Clank, up your arsenal.
In your urethra.
Ratchet and Clank Narrow Urethra.
There we go.
No.
Ratchet and Clank, biggest dickus.
Well,
You know there's gonna be no. There was one. It was size matter. I was about to say. I was about to say that. You know there's gonna be one called Bigger is Better, but I'm like, oh, wait a minute. There's size matters.
Oh, but Soda, I've been binging King of the Hill again, probably my 8th time through at this point since I got Hulu. But I still love that every time. Yeah, I love King of the Hill. Shut up.
No,
I love it. Dude, I'm joking. But I do love that anytime Cotton shows up in a situation and Hank's there, he finds any opportunity to make fun of his narrow urethra. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, my boy got a narrow urethra.
Ratchet and Clank, AIDS.
I can't believe my own son got a.
Like I actually think my favorite episode is the one where Peggy, it's actually a Peggy episode. I think my favorite episode is the one where she opens that bookstore that was doomed to fail, and Dale has to open the gun store.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, and I love how he finally Hank tries to defend himself against him making fun of his medical condition. He was just like, he's a draft dodger because of his narrow urethra, and he was just like, yes, because they didn't think I could relieve myself efficiently in the line of duty.
I cannot jack off for shit, I'll tell you what.
I do feel bad for Hank when they constantly when someone makes constant fun of him for that.
Yeah.
It's not my fault I was born with it.
Oh, I can't.
Though I can't believe that I'm actually saying that a Peggy episode is probably one of my favorites.
Favorite is a Peggy episode. Like I don't like.
But because here's the thing, that's an episode where she didn't cause the issue. She wanted to be in like a job that had to do with books because she liked to read. But the fucking bookstore owner fucked her over. Yeah, but like the bookstore owner fucked her over because she sold it to her because she knew it was failing and getting no business.
Oh yeah. What was it? Like again, like I don't like a lot of Peggy Hill episodes. Like there are definitely really good ones, but like my favorite episode of King of Hill is a Peggy episode. It's Cotton's Plot. That episode is.
Oh, dude! If you get on top of this hill, I'll let you dance on my grave.
Yes.
I love that scene, dude, because that was so heartwarming. Seeing him actually smile at Peggy for the progress she had made.
Also, like that, and also I do like how it actually explains that like a lot of Cotton's war stories, like he's genuine. He is genuine about things that he did all those, but again, given his age, he just fucking forgets because like where it's like you were never in Munich. I was. Oh. It's just again like yeah, because you.
Yeah, and she showed him the receipts too. He was in Iwo Jima, but none of the other war stories.
Yeah, again, him saying all that stuff. It's clear he doesn't think that he's lying. It's clear just because of his fucking age.
Not that, more like he's got dementia.
Yeah.
Because remember, senile means that you can't live by yourself at all. Cotton's good at living by himself, in a manner of speaking, but he just has a bad memory.
Well, if anyone tried to help him out, they probably get hit.
Yeah.
This is the thing, they probably get hit.
Because again, he's so willing to just square up over anything too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I still love when he headbutt whenever. I love that callback joke they did where they tried to get the Vietnam vets to join the VA.
Yeah.
And they explained that a few years ago. They tried to do that, and he's just like, yeah, and this little short guy headbutted me in the crotch. Yeah, that was my dad. And then later on in the episode, when Cotton got pissed off again, he did it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love that Hank had to go like, yeah, that was probably my dad.
gone to tech when his
Cotton Came Marching Home is another favorite episode.
Oh yeah, that one's really good.
Because I love that fake out. Because I love how he's just like, I tried to give him a lot of bullets, but he only needed one. Damn it, Dale. And then at the very end of the episode, he likes to shoot.
Yeah,
you cried your first time, and you was 3.
Yeah, he gave his fucking infant son a gun.
And plus, I mean, that episode actually made you feel bad for Cotton.
Oh yeah,
Kind
he
of.
was he was mainly desperate because again, like he basically didn't have any fucking money at this point.
And he realized that he was literally in a dead-end job that he hates.
Yeah.
Like they set the stage very well in that episode for him starting to realize that
I don't
stuff
wanna
starting
go
to come
back
to an
there.
end. And
Fuck
remember,
that.
that was one of the final episodes before he passed away, too.
Oh yeah.
So, like, they were setting up, you know, that his time was up. And in that episode, it showed him starting to reflect and realize it, too.
Oh yeah.
So he wanted to have a good moment with GH.
What was the last thing? I forget. It's something. His Cotton's final words are like really funny or something like that. I forget what he said.
It was Peggy basically saying like you ain't saying like you ain't got like the gall to die in front of me or something like that.
No. She chewed him out for making fun of Hank the last time, and then she thought that he had stopped his heart rate again, but nope.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so she was the last person that Cotton got to see, and basically Cotton gave her basically the "see you in hell" treatment.
Yeah.
Cotton is so petty. It's actually really fun. Cotton not be petty challenge impossible.
Oh yeah. Remember his bucket list that Hank had to do?
Yeah. I forgot what all was in that.
He had to deliver an insult to some dude that hated Cotton.
Right.
Or no. The guy thought he was like a door-to-door salesman, but then no. Like the guy knew what Cotton was wanting him to do, basically belittle Hank. Then he just randomly told Hank right after. He was just like, "Oh yeah, I knew him. Great guy."
Oh, I think we're about to have the
What I want to say
joke.
is that I love like the little layouts of the mini maps on every stage and the little HUD theme they have because some of them are really good themes too.
Oh, I like the Y2K episode.
I feel like the frame rate on these cutscenes don't run as well
Dale
as they
actually starts
should.
to like the system, but it's all a facade. Oh, dude, I love whenever he realized, like, his biggest loss was not the cigarettes when his basement got ruined. Yeah, exactly. You screwed me!
Like yeah,
You
like
screwed me.
He acts like he's like don't worry, the government's got this. But he was just hoarding a bunch of fucking shit ready for the end of the world.
2 CO2 pressurized drums of Mountain Dew. How the fuck do you even get that?
Oh my gosh, that's so.
Oh, and then don't forget, a pair of breathing gerbils.
Yes.
Jug, one of those is a hamster.
I do feel like Sonic
When
does
you-
slightly work better with a lighter story, but I do feel like I wish they would take themselves a little seriously. Like, I'm not asking for Shadow the Hedgehog tier seriousness, but just a little bit of some
I
seriousness.
mean,
like,
I
like
guess,
Unleashed.
but it's fine to have a Sonic game where things are a lot.
I mean,
more
Colors is
lighthearted.
fine because at the time, because Colors is fine because at the time it was a refreshing pace. But then you had shit like Lost World, which is like nothing but really bad jokes.
Well, that's just the game having really, just kind of having a flawed execution across the board for different things. I do feel as though people that constantly
I think the biggest fuck up in Lost Worlds, in all honesty, is that Zaz was so fun, in my opinion. But all of the other Deadly Six were just like, who? But Zaz had so much personality, mostly due to his voice acting, but all of the other Deadly Six were just kind of like there.
Here's the thing.
None of the Deadly Six
They
are
love
good
Zaz
characters.
so
I'm
much
gonna
they
be
keep
honest.
using him in every other fucking Sonic.
That's Zavok. Zavok's the one they always keep using.
Zavok is so lame.
No,
Zavok is
not Zavik. Zaz.
I know.
Yeah, we know you're talking about Zaz.
I'm talking about
Zaz
them in
has so much
general.
personality.
They're all starting.
Oh, Zaz is just crazy. There's not really much personality other than he's
He
crazy.
doesn't really have much personality. I'm
They'll
gonna be
really
honest.
start with the same sound, so I can't help it if I keep thinking they're all the same.
I think that shows how forgettable they all are. It's like he can't remember the names.
I only remember the one that everyone made porn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's because there's porn. If the only thing your character's known
That's the
for is
most
porn, go back to the
memorable thing
drawing
those
board.
characters have ever done, and that is literally just one of them. So.
Oos.
I bet you $10. That when you sign up for working for Sega, they have to have fine print in their fucking job application that says, "Do not." They strongly recommend that you do not browse Twitter, and they are not responsible for any mental damage you may receive.
Sega's like, okay, there's this one site called DeviantArt. Avoid it at all costs.
Or stay there if you're into that.
All that shit moved over to Twitter, bro.
Nah, DeviantArt's still really bad
You
with
good,
Sonic
bro?
art.
You good, bro?
Burped. Why?
Yeah, it's just the way you burped was just so funny, bro. I was like,
But yeah, so far this game's pretty good.
what do you say, the OST?
This game's pretty decent.
Colors is really good. It's just like, the begin. There's not much to talk about at the beginning.
Yeah, I
It's
mean, but that's
later
kind of
on
like
you
most
get
Sonic
like-
games. There's not really much to talk about at the beginning. The only one we had a lot to talk about at the beginning was Sonic 4, and that's because that game sucked ass.
Well, yeah. It's a lot easier to talk about Snark Bait.
Yeah, and that's just because that game just plays so bad, too.
Oh.
That was words from. God damn. But yeah, I think the "My Do" is probably one of my favorite lines from Bill.
I also really like how there's like a couple different things per act of a level, because most levels I think get like 3 different act themes, and all variants of the main theme of the stage. which
The
is
Gull
pretty
Suite.
cool. Oh god.
Oh,
I think my only real complaint so far is that these levels
Garfield
seem really
War
short.
Garfield Fortnite.
Fuck.
I loved all the memes people made of Naruto in Fortnite. That was crazy.
Oh yeah. I hope this Peter Griffin one is.
Yeah, we gotta have Peter Griffin
I
in
hope they
Fortnite.
made more. Can we get Goku Fortnite, please? Please. I just want Goku Fortnite.
I'd rather have Peter Griffin, honestly. Goku's too safe. We need Peter Griffin. He's more daring.
Yeah.
Actually, no, fuck that.
identify
Let's
Peter
have Casey
Griffin.
Ryback from Under Siege.
Where's Beater Biffith?
Give us Steven Seagal.
I identify with Peter Griffin, intelligent, nihilistic, with a wicked sense of humor.
23, 24, 25. Not nearly enough aliens. Want us to get more? No, I want you to get me a cheeseburger in this shake. Not nearly enough aliens.
He wants to fight them all.
Oh, brother, I lost track of him.
Anytime, any place, bring it on, you aliens!
So the next Sonic game is going to end with Sonic and Eggman fighting shirtless in the rain, right?
Yeah. Are they gonna fight aliens? Come on, just have Sonic fight aliens. Just have him beat up aliens.
Precious little alien.
I'm looking at
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
never mind. I don't want to play that. That's a terrible idea. Thank you for reminding me why that's a terrible idea.
I was looking at our server roles, and I need context about one of these roles that I see.
Robot Jones historian.
Might want to delete this role possibly.
DM me what it
Robot
is.
Jones?
I'm putting it in the Illuminati because it's technically something we all need to see.
Yeah, well, I'll explain the context.
Thank you.
I'm listening now. Oh, right.
Oh, never mind. That's. Oh yeah, that was Yeah, that.
Yeah,
Right.
that was explicitly something he said that he wanted that to be his role.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm so excited that I'm close to a.
but he barely pops in, so it's like there's a reason that role exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually genuinely more innocuous than you'd think.
I don't know, but bro, it seems kind of sus.
Bro, I promise you, we're not gonna let some weird rule slide without like context. Okay.
Give me a
Promise.
second.
Let's go! I want to slaughter! Power now!
Have you gotten to Bolly McNose here yet?
I think we're gonna get to that soon.
Good. I don't know at what point that shows up in the game. Just have the next Sonic game just be a mix of everything of like the past Sonic games. You have Baldy McNose here. You have
Not here.
You have Sonic and the Black Knight story. You have
Just don't have Sonic and the Secret Rings controls.
yeah, honestly.
Whoever clamors for that is an idiot. I think we got it.
Like, again, I get that like a lot of the humor in this is kind of lame, but like I don't know. I'd rather the game play good over.
Yeah.
Honestly,
agree.
I get so sick of people wanting Sonic to have a constant serious like. Yeah.
Here's what I'd say. I'd like the
series
stories
is
to at
that-
least feel earnest, but it's like I think the problem is like simply we had to. I think the problem really was only exaggerated by forces, where it's like, look, we're gonna be serious, but it's like the humor, but they
And
still
the thing
jokey.
is, like the series has always been goofy, so
Yeah,
it really.
the problem is it's like I like it with adventure where it's like adventure. It's like it's kind of goofy, but it's like still earnest and feels charming. Whereas Lost World,
There's
it's like
a
when it's
lot of
painfully
goofy moments in
unfunny, it's
Adventure Dog.
painfully unfunny.
I do agree that some of the puns are kind of lame, but at the same time, it's like.
Again, I'll figure it out.
Kinda
I'll be the judge of that when I play Lost World.
I just feel pretty apathetic about the whole thing. That's all I'm saying.
But again, good gameplay can save shit story. Good story can't save shit gameplay.
Yeah.
Exactly. Not every game needs to have like 10/10 writing, in my opinion, to be good. There's like plenty of games that I like that have really simplistic stories.
I do think Unleashed is a good example. If they want to be like lighter, they could just do it like Unleashed, where it's like the story itself takes itself seriously, but there's still
sorry,
jokes.
I was listening to a video from Udahar. He apparently almost got run off the road by a semi.
That's the second YouTuber this week I've seen have something like that happen to him.
What
There's
happened?
also Omni from like Smash who also had the same thing happen to him.
I'm posting it in general, but Jesus Christ! Like the instant that he was close to the semi in his own lane, and then like the split second the semi flashed his like indicator, like the one flash, he was already jumping over into his lane.
I've had problems with semis as well when I was driving.
I don't like semis. I don't like semis.
Some people need to learn how to fucking drive, especially
yeah,
truckers.
Like one semi driver almost ran me off the fucking road once when I was getting home from like that tournament, and it was like, for fuck's sake.
Look, we know you drive a semi because you have a small penis.
We know you want to be like one of those creepy truckers that you see in like Roadhouse, but
We know you want to isekai some people, but please.
yeah, get Truck Kun away from me.
Actually, speaking of isekais, I think the second season of Shield Hero came out recently, so I have to watch the first episode for that.
Let's see, do we want to go to Sweet Mountain or Starlight Carnival?
I'd say go to Sweet Mountain. If only because...
Actually, I want to go to the options real quick before I continue. I want to swap some buttons because for some reason circle is boost. It should be square. Yeah, we're going to set that, and we're going to have slide be circle because that's what it should be.
Bro, I cannot wait for Rugal.
When Boogle Birdstein.
Yes, we're going to go to Sweet Mountain.
I might try to get KOF 15 within like, I don't know, maybe in a few weeks.
Sick.
Because I definitely want to get it. At least Rugal's also free too, so that's nice.
Right now, I'm mostly just trying to basically finish a bunch of comics and games that have been on my backlog for like the longest time.
Oh yeah, me too. That's what I'm focused on right now.
Like
I've been playing a lot of
beaten-
3DS games, so I gotta get back to that.
Like I've never beat
Oh
the
my
original
God.
Ratchet
Oh, wow.
and Clank or Jack and Daxter.
What
Bloodborne
happened?
cart is getting updates. That
Cool.
PS1 Bloodborne cart, it's getting updates and like adding new items and crap. What? Dude, the guy that made the PS1 remake of Bloodborne is insane.
Really, the only of like the PlayStation platformer things that I've ever really played much of is the Sly Cooper games.
Which are pretty good games.
Like I've almost 100%ed Phoebus Raccoonus. I just haven't done the time trials because it was fucking ridiculous.
At least the time trials give you a decent reward where you get. Where I do think that's one of those games that actually does give you a decent reward for 100%ing them, where you get the behind the scenes commentary.
Oh yeah. My only thing is just again like I feel the time trials are a little crazy, but then again I haven't really I don't really do much of I really don't play much of Crash Bandicoot either, so
Oh no, the Crash Bandicoot ones I think are actually considered to be much more fair.
yeah. Like I still need to beat Crash 1, but I'm on the Insane trilogy.
Now really quick, I've seen the episode with whatchamacallit, with Richard's dad, but do we ever see Nicole's dad?
Well,
Because remember, I'm going through the Gumball, like the Gumball backlog since I never fully finished it.
I thought you were talking about King of Hill for a
Yeah, I'm
second,
like, what
bro.
the
You're
fuck are
just
you
snuffing
talking
on the
about?
shows.
No. Like, I am also slowly binging through Gumball because it's a fantastic show.
Oh, it
yeah.
is.
But,
Oh yeah, definitely.
but I did see the episode where Richard reunited with his dad, but then it had me wondering, so we've seen his mom and dad, but do we ever see, like, their grandparents on Nicole's side?
yeah, you do.
Okay.
You do? I don't remember that.
There's like, okay, there's 2 episodes where you do see them. One is a flashback. The other is in present time. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
near the like, it's like in season 5 though.
Oh yeah, I think I need to go watch the later seasons a little bit more then.
Like they're all like the entire series is fantastic. So yeah.
Yes, it is. Like, dude, that fantastic art style does not dip in quality whatsoever.
Oh yeah.
I'd say it's really the animation too, like quality wise.
Like
Mixed-
it's a lot
mixed-
of things.
Mixed media cartoons are not common.
Yeah, because like the thing is like they had to do like so fucking much to make
They're-
them all.
they
work together.
aren't common, and like them being good isn't common either. So it's
Yeah.
like
If anyone ever tries to use the Cal Arts argument with Gumball, I'm gonna automatically assume you're a fucking idiot.
Exactly. Yeah. Again, imagine being like, oh, Beanmouth with in a fucking show with a fucking
dude, Beanmouth Lamau,
fucking
whoa, so
T-Rex,
funny.
a like literal like literal puppets, and all like literal like actual like fucking felt puppets, and all these art styles blended together, and it actually looks coherent. Like, so yeah, the Cal Art style argument does not. If you use that for Gumball, I'll assume you're an idiot. Honestly. It's like, yeah, no shit, Gumball looks more like basic compared to the rest of the cast because the rest of the cast has multiple different art styles.
Yeah, like,
each
it's-
one of them.
Literal characters that Bimbo Clet had made years before for other stuff.
He actually wait. He actually recycled stuff from failed pitches.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the major character models are actually repurposed from like character models he had rigged up for like advertisement pitches and stuff.
I didn't know that actually. That's really cool.
Yeah,
I never knew
he
that.
He apparently never threw a character design away, so they literally all ended up in the Amazing World of Gumball. It's basically kind of like his like a world based around like his character folder.
Oh, wow,
His
the
own
drift is
verse,
actually really good
His
now.
own
Yeah.
multiverse.
Man, the
Into
drift
the
is
Gumball
way
verse.
fucking better in this game because it actually fucking works.
That should be the movie. That should be the movie's.
I mean,
story.
yeah, again, the movie is coming out like sometime.
What if that actually is part of the movie story? That'd be pretty fun.
I mean, Gumball has lore.
It really does have a lot of lore on it, so yeah.
Like straight up, like the movie looks like it's going to be talking about like fucking like this fucking Cthulhu ass like this sort of like end of days sort of thing, and it sounds
End of
amazing.
day, the apocalypse.
Yeah, it's been building up throughout the entire series too. The last episode even hints at it.
So is that why the people talk about the last episode ending on a really creepy note?
Yeah. Because like the whole thing was built up like throughout multiple episodes of the series too, is the thing. Like the first 2 seasons of Gumball don't really have like any overarching story, but like after like the 3rd season, around like the 3rd season, they start actually like
Yeah, I
doing the
noticed they
scene-
started tying more things in together.
Yeah.
I must say, I do feel like I kind of get a little annoyed when I hear people complain that Colors is a little bit too much 2D sections. It's like, yeah, but the boost formula works best with 2D sections, honestly.
Honestly, I feel as though the transition between 3D and 2D is pretty well
It's
done
usually pretty
for it.
seamless anyway, so it's not a big deal for me.
Yeah. Like,
There's also
you'll
the thing that
immediately-
Sonic Unleashed did not really have the best 3D sections at all.
Yeah, some of them were really janky, I'm not gonna
Like, they
lie.
were really janky, or the performance was absolute garbage, like Jungle Joyride.
Yeah, I love my crispy 30 frames per second.
Or there's like a lot of stuff where it's like, oh, you have mandatory collectibles that you progress through the game, where it's like, okay, go fuck yourself.
You piece of shit. No, really.
Also, I really love Sweet Mountain's aesthetic.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
Like, the technological aspect mixed in with the gourmet
candy.
bakery sweets aesthetic is really well done.
Oh yeah, it
No
really
way
is.
it's whole cake island, but an entire world.
And not to mention, like, the 3D sections of this game work really well anyway, so it's like,
Good-
hey, I'd
good
rather
thing there's
I'd
no
rather it play into
big
its
mode.
strengths than try to be like, oh, yeah, we're gonna attempt 3D platforming with the boost. It's like, yeah, but it does not. It's like Adventure had better 3D platforming sections because that one doesn't have the boost, and Sonic feels a lot more looser in that.
Good thing there's no Big Bomb in Sonic, am I right? Oh, mama. Yeah, I guess that might come back.
Also, why are the lives tail? Oh, wasn't too bad.
I finally got a gun. A genuine gun.
Alright, what do we got here?
That's all him. He decided what he was.
Yeah, I don't think I ever got this far in Sonic Colors.
Wait. Oh, I thought you've already beaten this game.
Oh no, I've never beaten Colors.
Dang. You kind of missed out.
Oh, okay, that's how we get up here. Okay, we just gotta stay up here. Okay.
I beat the Wii version of Unleashed, but I got that when it came out.
I've been the DS version of Colors like 100% and the Wii version 100%. I do think both versions of the game are worth playing, to be honest. I know I say TBH a lot, but I'm being truthful with it. I wonder what power-up you'll get later that will allow you to destroy these blocks here.
Not to mention, like, this game also, like, the Wisps are...
who not?
I hear the Wisps are good in this, but then they just decide, okay, we're just gonna have them in all the Sonic games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they serve a practical function here, but every game afterwards.
Every other game, they're just there. They're really just there in the other games because apparently, look, the hand wave is they like Earth. That's literally it. It's like, oh, apparently they just like Earth a lot.
They actually really do. They really love Sonic because they see him as his.
Because he's an
savior.
attractive blue character.
He's one of the greatest and most attractive characters of all time. He's blue colored and he knows how to handle the females. Speaking of females.
When are we getting the Sonic game Wisps Go Home? I remember when that game got announced and everyone was like, "Thank Rabbids Go Home," and everyone was like, "Thank you, God."
Yeah, then we got Rayman Origins, which is actually a pretty good platformer. Rabbids Go Home wasn't too bad either. It was a decent game. Like that game is like way better than it has any right being, honestly.
Rabbids Go Home.
Yeah. Like, as someone that's actually played it, that game is, like, way better than it has any right to be.
The Rabbit games are actually pretty alright.
The problem is just simply they started out, the problem is they started out to
I'm
really...
going to tell you that right now.
And the Mario crossover game is really
The problem is,
good.
like, at the time, the Rabbids were, like, the old...
Crossover game,
Or, like...
actually.
The problem is, like,
When they
with
actually
Rabbids,
announced
is
those
that
people,
Rabbids...
people popped off because they knew that the original game was that good. It's so funny,
Everyone was
imagine
just
people
mauling,
actually
'cause,
doing
like, what the
that.
fuck? Why is this actually good?
Ain't no way.
Man, Eggman's PAs, the PA announcers are really fucking quiet. Ah, fuck. I love like everything I keep seeing of that fucking shitty like new Fairly Odd Parents reboot. It just keeps getting worse and worse. Like apparently they had a South Park reference out of nowhere.
Yeah, why?
Not only that, it's like, dude, it's something that like they haven't even said in years, too.
What was it? Screw you guys, I'm going home?
Yeah, Carmen hadn't said that in like forever.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's like the equivalent of having Bart Simpson go cowabunga. Bart never hasn't said that in God knows how long. Like, I think you can get away with Ay Caramba more easily than cowabunga.
Icaramba has an ironic,
Yeah.
has a bit of irony to it, so yeah.
Yeah, and like that, Bart's verifiably said that more often. Or don't have a cow, man.
Icaramba.
Oh, he said, I'm Bart Simpson, who the hell are you more often than he said cowabunga.
Oh yeah.
Because and not only that, they had to like censor it so it's boo you guys, I'm going home. And it says it like the most like faux Cartman voice ever, and it's like, this is bad.
Yeah. Who's this for?
And it's like why the fuck is there a South Park reference of all things?
It's
just
not
out
even
of
like a
nowhere.
clever
Like
one,
it's
like
just
with
such a
that
random
Powerpuff
South
Girls.
Park reference too.
Like that Powerpuff Girls one, like from the original series, that one at least was kind of like clever because it wasn't just like something that like why the fuck is this here?
Yeah, it's more like it's like, hey, Blossom fell into a bunch.
into, like,
It's
the
like,
ghosts.
hey, Blossom fell into a whole thing of various winter clothes. And like, look, here's a brief nod to Eric Cartman. Like that was actually really clever.
Yeah, and like
Whereas like this is just like it's just a random South Park quote,
yeah,
just
yeah,
out of nowhere.
That whole Powerpuff Girls one, it's like it's like the whole thing of Blossom like falls into the coast and just suddenly has Cartman's outfit. And she just goes, "I'm fine, seriously." It's like, oh my, that's actually kind of subtle, and it's like okay, that's kind of funny, and that was actually around the time.
Yeah, that was like when the show started
first.
first airing, so it's like, hey, it's gonna be like a brief nod.
Yeah.
It's like the thing with Fairly Unfair, it's Fairly Honor. It's like, what the fuck? Why is this here?
Again, who's this fucking for?
That would be like me writing a fucking Danny Phantom reboot and just have him go, just have fucking Danny go, holy crap, Tucker.
Holy crap, Tucker! This is the worst that time.
Yeah, just have him go,
Worst that time.
oh jeez, this is worse than that time. They have like a fucking Family Guy cutaway out of nowhere.
Yeah, they just suddenly turned into the Family Guy art style.
Yeah. Like, that would be like, I know, actually no, that's actually more clever. I take that back. That would be actually
Holy
clever.
crap, Tucker! This is worse than that time. Everyone I loved around me fucking died.
It just
Family Guy cut away to the fucking ultimate enemy.
Yeah, just cuts the ultimate enemy in fucking Family Guy art style.
I'm about to make you into me, past Danny. It's like that bigger Jaws joke from Family Guy. It's just said in that same sort
And just
of
fucking
like,
Danny kicks him and goes, Roadhouse.
yeah, Roadhouse.
That too.
Oh, hey, it's a pirate ship.
House, Roadhouse.
Hey wait, Danny Phantom, to save your family, you need this. They hand him a rule book. Get this thing out of my face!
Like, it's just,
That joke was
just
so
such a
close to
random
being
fucking...
good, but they ruined it like literally right after.
It's just such a random reference out of nowhere. Is the problem. Like, it's just, oh, boo you guys, I'm going up. It's like, why is this here? It's just like such a dated reference, too.
Yeah.
Like, dated by like 20-something years.
Seriously, like it would be like if they just suddenly went like doll or just said woohoo out of fucking nowhere. I mean, at the very least, the Simpsons reference would make more sense.
Oh yeah,
Like,
the Simpsons reference would at least make more sense
like,
just due to seniority. It's like, oh, it's the Simpsons. People will get what this is referencing.
But South Park is not an all ages fucking show.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, Arthur had it, but it's like, the thing is, like, Arthur, the thing was, that was like just clearly for like, that was like an explicit parental bonus.
Yeah, and the thing is also Arthur fucking aired around the same fucking time as South Park 2.
Yeah, like that spoof aired at the same time. Like, honestly, it makes that fucking step-by-step spoof actually look brilliant by comparison.
Honestly.
You don't fucking do that, ever.
Fake snot is cool.
I see like a lot of people say, "Oh, Butch Hartman wrote that in." It's like this. I don't even think Butch Hartman's involved in this.
Yeah, I don't think Butch Hartman worked on this.
Yeah, like it clearly shows. Cause like how this thing is like even forgetting basic continuity that even Butch would have remembered.
Like again, I don't know about that, but at the same time, this is like ridiculously.
It's like that. It's like, yeah. I mean, keep in mind, like also the new characters and stuff. That wasn't, according to Butch Hartman, that wasn't entirely on him. That was like because also Nickelodeon was like, hey, add some more characters. Like Sparky was actually Nick's decision, not his.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I'm more willing to give him the benefit of the doubt.
For Sparky, yeah, but like.
Oh yeah.
I think.
I mean, again, Butch definitely does have some responsibility.
Yeah.
But at the same time, keep in mind, like, Nick kept renewing this at the last minute.
Yeah.
So you can kind of argue to an extent, it's like, there probably is only so much he could have done.
Yeah. Like, I'm willing to give him a bit of the benefit of the doubt. Like, this is one of the only things I'll give him a bit of the benefit of the doubt for.
There's also the fact that, again... There's also the fact that whenever he did any pop culture references, most of the time they were genuinely current, or at least relevant.
Yeah.
We never had shit like, oh, boo you guys, I'm going home. It's like, I know someone's gonna go, well, why are you complaining about this? It's not aimed at your age demographic. It's like, okay, that'd be a legitimate argument if this wasn't a reboot based on a 20-year-old property.
Yeah, honestly, like, I feel like that argument dies, like, when it's like this, when it's like something like this, where it's like yeah, but I mean, at the same time, this isn't nowhere near like the first time a property. Like
Hey, wait! You're already at the boss?
Yeah.
Dang, I don't remember these levels going by as fast when I was young. Maybe it's because I always tried to find every secret or something.
If you just go through them, these levels are actually really fucking short from what I've heard.
Yeah, but they're like really replayable since
Oh yeah,
you can
this
find the
game,
red
this is
rings
like
and
one of those
stuff.
infinitely replayable games.
Yeah. I kind of don't like Supersonic in this game though, because all it does is just play incomplete loop of instrumental Reach for the Stars, and it gets kind of.
But yeah, it's like with it's like the problem. It's like when it comes to reboots like that, or the Powerpuff Girls reboot. It's like when people go, "Well, you can't criticize it because it's for kids." It's like, okay, but it's using a property that I'm explicitly familiar with,
Yeah.
and trying to use nostalgia to justify its existence. I'm going to.
God forbid you ask for quality in kids media.
Yeah,
That's how
exactly,
you get shit like those fucking content form YouTube channels. That
Yeah,
contest
and not only that, it's always
Yeah,
like.
that's the reason why I'm like, if you're gonna make.
Oh, that's another thing I was about to
If you
get
don't
in.
demand quality,
It's like not only that, what I'm also trying to say is like it's like the thing. It's like okay, but this argument also falls apart because like okay, but why is it using an explicitly older property? And when it came to shit like Powerpuff Girls was like
I love
2016,
this
it's like
boss's death
Powerpuff Girls
animation.
2016 was like
Nice,
oh, but it's like it also requires you to know the 1998 series to actually understand certain things too.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just
That
a
boss
reboot,
is
but it was a flat out
actually-
sequel series too.
Yeah.
That boss is way better in the DS version too, because if you use well, they have an ability called Flare in the DS version.
What we got here?
If you beat the boss with Flare, he literally turns charcoal and disintegrates.
This boss was kind of lame, Sonic. This wasn't the best boss beating ever. You had better boss fights, man. This was mindless.
In general, I think this is like stuff like this with the Fairly Odd Parents thing. As far as like who cares if it's bad for kids? It's not like the hill that y'all should be dying on because this is just like legitimately terrible.
Yeah, and not only that, it's like
For a reboot, they should just let the die.
yeah, it's like and the thing is, it's like I don't
It
want to
was
hear
already
like
there and
well
then
maybe
you
it's
just
like
took it
time for
off.
the kids to have their own. It's like you can show the kids the original series easily. It's like that argument falls apart in my opinion.
Yeah, and not to mention with this Fairly Odd Parents thing, it's like they're trying to do everything they can to make this as unanimated as fucking possible. When
Oh, we have Baldy McNose
That
hair.
doesn't work.
using the
Baldy
animated
McNose hair.
designs, and also
He said the
shitty-
thing. He said the fucking thing. Ha ha.
Yeah,
Funny
Baldy
fucking
McNose
game.
hair.
Baldy McNose hair, king of fucking comedy.
Yep, we have attained comedy.
We have attained comedy.
I honestly
We have
don't-
attained
that
the funny.
meme was
Now
funny
we
for a
now we
while,
just need
but-
Pickle Rick, and then it will be super funny. We need Baldy McNose hair and Pickle Rick.
Baldy McNose hair, the best.
We need.
I don't think the universe is ready for that much funny.
When are we gonna have Pickle Baldy McNose hair? We need Pickle Baldy McNose hair. It's the funniest shit everyone will ever see. Like Pickle Baldy McNose hair, man.
How can I laugh at this? There's no Baldy McNose hair.
There's no Baldy McNose hair. There's no Pickle Rick. This isn't funny.
This isn't Sonic. It isn't Sonic without Baldy McNose hair.
It isn't Sonic with, yeah, like you know, this would be better with Baldy McNose hair everywhere.
Yeah, that's why Sonic 4 was such a failure.
Yeah, there's no Baldy McNose hair.
Could you imagine just like in the middle, like maybe there actually was Baldy McNose hair. That's just sad after you beat the final boss of episode 1.
Oh, we looked it up. We looked up the final boss right after.
Oh, I didn't see it. Okay.
Like you might, I like immediately pulled up my YouTube video right after. It's like, okay, just to show what happens.
Okay, I thought you just said you were going to.
No, I flat out did it.
And yeah, it was just a remake.
I love how this stage shows up in Sonic All Stars Racing Transform, by the way, where it was a really fun track.
Oh, the Baldy McNose hair track.
No, the Starlight Carnival.
Oh, okay.
This track is actually
That's-
really
that's-
fucking fun in the game. I think like what doesn't really help like when it comes to mostly shitty reboots, it's like I feel like the only argument you can make is like with stuff like TMNT, but that's because TMNT has like a new series every few years, and it's TMNT. Like I feel like that's the one
Yeah,
where it's like, and considering how most of the TMNT series are usually really good
Yeah.
and can usually stand on their own, like they can stand on their own merits usually too.
Yeah, like, most people aren't complaining about like the new TMNT series. I mean, there are people who do complain, but they usually were never going to watch it anyway.
Yeah, and they're usually people that it's like I think the most you had is like when people complain about the 2003 series, like, but it's not like the 80s series. It's like, yeah, it's more like the actual comics.
I do remember people were complaining about the 2012 series, and again, they were.
Yeah, they were- and then you have-
incredibly wrong, 'cause
And then history
the
fucking
TV
repeated with
show,
Rise of the
television
TMNT.
show was actually pretty fucking good.
Yeah, and then you had people also doing the same with the Rise of the TMNT, and it's like, and then when
Yeah.
the show came out, it was actually pretty fucking decent with really good
Yeah,
animation.
yeah, I
Actually,
need to
using
watch
it
Rise of the
where it
TMNT.
uses the simple art style to achieve really fluid fucking animation. Actually,
Oh yeah, like again, I take back anything. Like I was one of those who was ready to hate Rise of TMNT, but like after I saw that fight scene, it's like, okay, yeah, this is probably actually pretty good.
See,
Yeah.
after watching some of that show, it's like underrated. It just really got.
It's like I would say
fans
2012 is definitely a better series, but Rise of the TMNT actually does really well with its art style. And it's like, unlike, say, Thundercats Roar, it actually uses the art style to its advantage to
Yeah.
create really good fight scenes.
You can at least tell the people who worked on Rise, like, legit.
Yeah, you can tell they knew about the TMNT lore.
They legit put a lot of effort into
Oh,
it.
absolutely, yeah. Again.
Oh, I love
like,
this
no
part right here. It's
disrespect to Rise
automated,
of
but it's such a
TMNT,
cool way of
honestly.
showing off the level.
Absolutely.
Did you have like trigger style animations in like a regular cartoon show? I think you really do care about your plot
Oh yeah.
at that point.
I feel like that the Pokemon Gen 7 anime also can go into that category, whereas like everyone hated the end of the Ash design, which to be fair, I will say, Ash probably suffers the most design-wise in that show. But then you go to the fucking animation, and it's like, oh my god, it's like the most fluid fucking animation I've seen in a Pokemon anime in years.
I will at least say I think they honestly did rectify that with the newest one because Ash's team in that is unbelievably cracked.
Oh,
He
yeah.
literally has a Mega Lucario, a Dragonite, a Gengar, and like a bunch of other like really good mons.
Honestly, I feel like that criticism, like when people mention that River Sinking, I feel like that's usually like one of the weaker critiques. It's just usually said by people just trying to like justify, well, the character didn't look like this. It's like, okay, but I really don't care. It's like it's an alternate continuity.
Like for me,
Oh, fuck.
it's up to artist interpretation, and as long as it fits the aesthetic of the show that they're in and they don't stick out.
Yeah.
Gumball is a good exception because I mean.
Well, yeah, but that's
characters are
like
not
that's the
meant
whole
to
fucking
blend
point of the show.
together. Exactly, like I just said, they weren't meant to blend together traditionally.
Let's try to avoid discussing that topic, honestly. Oh, damn it, I got crushed.
What topic?
I'm
that.
not. It's not us. I'm talking to the chat.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Like, here's the thing. April actually was. I believe April actually was black in like the original like comic. So it's like.
No, that was Maxter
That's
Stockman.
all I'll really say about that.
Exactly. I'm not very knowledgeable on that subject, so I am not going to.
I know Maxter Stockman was.
Yeah, that's all I can really say. It's like I think the people who have that.
Honestly, it's one of those things where it's like it's not a big deal to me personally. Like it's just simply like it's,
I really kind of don't care. Like all of the designs are a big departure anyway.
yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like that's like honestly something that's not.
Like, would I like a
issue.
cartoon that's actually fully accurate to the freaking comic books? Hell yes, I would. I would love to see basically the Samurai Jack season 7 of TMNT, where they're allowed to gut people and swear.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, but I'm also the kind of person that's like, if people want to take liberties with it and the liberties actually work out, then like I'm all.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
it.
but here's the thing: it's like I bet if we were to get like an Adult Swim style show with like a good budget, like maybe maybe just Samurai Jack, but from the perspective of the comic book TMNT, there would still be people complaining that it's not how it used to be.
Well, yeah,
No,
because
this is how it was, like, when it started.
But-
because people don't know what they want usually when they complain like that.
yeah, because people are fucking stupid.
And it's like that one joke from the, like, SpongeBob that I love quoting. And why did you ask for it? Exactly.
Why did you
And
ask for it?
Exactly. Because there were
I kind of feel like
One thing I will admit that I don't think needed something new was fully. Like,
Well, no. I'm talking about, like, the arguments with stuff like TMNT where they're just like, it's not like it used to be. Well, then how would you improve it? And they never usually have an answer.
They usually just say some shit like, I want something new, but never elaborate. on
Yeah.
it. So it's like
Honestly, I kind of feel like you can argue that with a lot of the Sonic fans, where it's like, we want more serious stories. Like, okay, how would you have a serious Sonic story?
how do you have a serious Sonic story without it being needlessly edgy?
Yeah, because it's like,
Or Sonic
because I remember like back in the day, a big critique was, oh, Sonic stories are too melodramatic. It's like, okay, fair point. I definitely would agree. Like, I like,
People really did complain about that a lot back in the day.
yeah, like people need to
Sonic
remember, like
did
Sonic 06, and even then, I
No.
made it clear, I thought Sonic 06 and Shadow the Hedgehog stories sucked eggs.
Oh yeah.
Like, they were terrible.
Jesse, here's how you do it. Sonic gets breast cancer.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. I was about to mention
that
Adventure
movie
2
themselves,
work. I was about to actually mention Adventure 2 is one of the rare cases where it works. But it's because Adventure 2 was still had moments of brevity to make it work.
Oh yeah, it did.
Yeah, like you had Eggman getting mad that his egg golem was getting
Yeah.
beat, so he called it a piece of junk, and then it just turned on him.
Yeah, like you have plenty of moments of genuine brevity to help avoid like you being too dark. Like it knew where to draw a line. By comparison, Shadow the Hedgehog tried to be like. I feel like, to put it bluntly, it tried to like essentially have villains that were too outside context for Sonic the Hedgehog. With the black arms.
Yeah.
Like, they probably could work in another Sega game, but probably not Sonic.
It can't work in Sonic, absolutely. That's the thing. It's like they feel like they belong to their own IP.
Yeah, like I just said.
And then there was like Sonic 06, which tried to have like where I had Sonic fight a literal god.
Yeah, where he dies.
Yeah. And the main villain is literally like named after the devil.
Honestly, I think if we don't, you know what? If we had to get something story-wise like Sonic 06 again, I'd rather just have more light-hearted games, to be honest.
I don't know, because, like, for me, it's really tough for me to decide.
It's like I like it when the stories are serious but cheesy, but it's like the thing is, it has to reach a specific threshold. Like I like it with Adventure 1 and 2, but it's because
You have to tote that line so carefully.
you have, yeah, like it's the thing. It's like I definitely feel like you can definitely take these stories, you know, genuinely seriously. Like Sly Cooper's a good example that you don't need, like you can make it like sort of lighthearted but still have serious enough stories.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a really good example.
Like Sly Cooper's a fantastic example of how this can actually be done properly. But the thing was-
because remember that game literally starts. Parents are murdered.
Yeah,
Yep.
like, and not only that, Sly's a bit more
There's
boring.
some really dark moments in that series.
Oh yeah. Oh no, Clockwork is like one of the darkest fucking villains in a kid's game. He's a literal fucking serial killer.
And he's had this one massive hate boner for this one family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's like it all stemmed because he was like, you guys were better thieves than me, so I made myself a cyborg so I could kill you all.
I'm Cyborg Clockwork.
Why are you all so
I turned myself into a cyborg, Sly.
I don't want to.
Boom, big reveal. I'm a cyborg.
Jalen, please don't make a joke like that, because I really do not want to imagine Clockwork with a fat ass.
Wait, what the fuck did
I
you
do.
say? Okay, no, say it again. We need dummy thick Clockwork. Dummy thick Clockwork. Let's fucking go.
Yes.
Dump trunk ass Clockwork.
I mean, Jalen said it.
We need the Clockwork Pussy.
Yes.
That did not have a better ring than that. That has a terrible ring to it. Don't you
It's
think?
absolutely poggers, I believe.
Has a terrible ring to it, don't you think?
After you beat Clockwork, then look at him and say this robot always had the fattest ass.
Bite my Clockwork just goes, bite my shiny metal ass.
Slash just like, okay.
But yeah, like going back to the Sonic thing, it's like again, it worked for Adventures 1 and 2, but it's because it was also novel for Sonic to actually have a story, like a more genuinely involved story at all. Because prior to that, the stories were like usually in the instruction manuals. They're like, oh, it's like Eggman's just being evil again. Go kick his ass.
Dick again.
Like, honestly, I think part of this is also stemmed from like just excessive nostalgia to the Sad AM series, which I'm just gonna be honest, I really feel like that's a cartoon only carried by nostalgia. Like,
What is?
Sonic Sad AM.
Sad AM's fun.
Yeah, I really don't like it, honestly. Like, it's honestly one of the more overrated series of Sonic. Mainly because a lot of people like go, look, it's so good. It's like, you know, that still has Saturday morning cartoon fare. Like, it's a decent cartoon, but I feel like people treat it like it's the second coming of Jesus.
All I said was that it's fine.
Yeah, well, you said it's fine, but I see other people elevate it way higher than it clearly should be.
Well, yes, but you know how passionate diehard Sonic fans are.
Yes, and I'm talking them down.
So ignore those people.
Yeah, but I can
Form,
talk
like,
them down.
like you said, to quote yourself earlier, form your own opinion.
I am.
And just ignore them.
Okay, I didn't say ignore them. I was just simply saying I am forming my opinion, and I'm speaking my opinion. Underground is just bad. Like, Sonic Underground is just fucking bad. There's no defending Underground.
I mean, that one had funny moments for
Unintentionally funny moments.
outside of its control.
Yeah, but that if anything does not help its case. That actually makes it
Baby
worse.
Sonic.
Yes, I was just thinking about that
The
gift.
fucking baby. But no, like, the problem with Sonic 10 AM is just, like, I think, honestly, that, like, it's more like, it's just a lot of it is just, I think it's like a lot of people when they go, but look, it proves Serious Sonic can work. It's like take off the nostalgia goggles. Seriously. It's like when I was talking about the fucking Sonic movie thing, I'm like, man, people are. It's like, what the fuck were people expecting fucking movie critics to give this movie 9 out of 10? It's a fucking video game movie.
Yes.
Like, it's one of those where I felt like people were just getting too passionate about it. It's like, okay, come on. You guys seriously were expecting critics to, like, sing their praises. It's like they may not have played the games.
Now, people say that the movie is really good.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't doubt the movie is really good. But it's like, keep in mind, the movie... This is like one of those cases where it's like, come on, you have to expect the critics to be a little unfamiliar with the source material. Yeah. Let's not forget, like, our nostalgic darlings, like Transformers the movie or Pokemon the first movie, were not... Like, those were critically thrashed by fucking movie critics.
Yes.
Which I say movie critics are stupid for fucking giving Transformers the movie a critical thrashing, because that movie is the GOAT.
The animation is a little wonky because
yeah.
it's still kind of...
It had a budget of like $10 million. There's only so much you can do there.
Like, you would have thought that they would have expunged for like some more semi-fluid animation, because that was also around the same time as
Keep in mind,
this was Time and Land Before Time.
Keep in mind, this was the 1980s. You gotta remember, this is the 1980s. They only saw this as a toy commercial.
Yeah.
Like, this was probably like this was probably supposed to be a direct-to-video movie, but that got like the theatrical treatment last minute.
He's in a coma.
Wait, what are y'all talking about?
Transformers the movie.
Oh, that. Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, keep in mind, it was kind of a common practice for some of those movies to go, okay, let's retool that direct-to-video movie you guys are working on and give it a theatrical release to put some butts in seats.
It's still one of the funniest things, though, about the G.I. Joe movie is that they were going to kill off, like, the original Joe.
But then they saw the reception to Optimus.
Yeah, they're like, he's in a coma.
That was actually, like...
No, he didn't die.
G.I. Joe's the actual reason why they killed off Optimus, because that was actually in production first.
Like,
but they saw, like... But, however, since Transformers finished first, they saw, oh shit, this is probably a bad idea.
And the thing is, like, you gotta see him, like, just, like, bleed and shit, too, in that scene.
Oh, he's fine.
Yeah, it's just he's in a coma after getting stabbed.
I can see his parachutes, he's okay.
Yeah.
Too bad it's Sunday. Those buildings would have been filled up by tomorrow.
If that is Sunday, he would have been dead.
By tomorrow. But no, it's like saying was just like, it's like I definitely don't mind the characterizations. It's just like I just think a lot of people kind of just forget. It's like it still has its like Saturday morning flair and everything. And honestly, I think Adventures was the better show of the two.
Yeah, I'll say it before.
Yeah,
and I'll
it has
say
a better Robotnik. Fight me.
Yes. Long John Baldy is like the most iconic interpretation of the character.
Yeah. Like fucking fight me. I will die on this fucking hill.
Him and the YouTube poop community has done more for Sonic than Sega has in like the past 20 years.
Yeah, win the race.
Which one had coconuts in it? Because he was
Adventures.
mildly threatening
Adventures.
villain.
Adventures. Yeah, Adventures is
yeah.
fun.
Oh, yeah, that was snooping, as usual.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I find Adventures more memorable. Like the problem with also, it's like, no, granted, this is...
my chocolate?
Granted, this is like an at-the-time thing. I do want to say, I do feel like Super...
So Jim Cummings is... Like, it's so funny that around that same time he was voicing Pooh Bear, so you can literally hear him go like, "Oh, bother," and then literally hear him make
Jim
your skin
Cummings
crawl.
is so talented. He's a really great.
Oh, yeah.
He's a top tier.
I think my favorite, like... I kind of wish when I met Jim Cummings I had a copy of Splatterhouse 2010 to have him sign, because he voiced the Terror Mask in that.
Yeah, he did.
And you see him, like, you can hear him curse up a storm. It's like, hey, I know this guy! Yeah, we're screwed. And it's probably my favorite. It's just the fact that he voices the Terror Mask.
Dingus.
Yeah, Jim Cummings as the Terror Mask was amazing.
Oh yeah, like, he does a great job, too. Speaking of that, never mind, Shane. I need to play my copy of Lollipop Chainsaw just so I can hear Tara Strong curse up a storm.
Yeah.
Without having to watch fucking Drawn Together, because I actually do not really care much for Drawn Together. Sucks. I actually really like the idea behind it, but it's just, I feel like it relies too much on its premise at the expense of actual strong writing.
You actually brought it up at a weird time, because yesterday was the anniversary of them announcing that they were going to take a step back and probably remake it into a better series, and it never happened.
Yeah, I think the big problem I have with Drawn Together, it's like, I like the idea of,
Jesse, let me finish. More context. What also makes the message concerning was that both of them just kind of went radio silent after a while. That's weird.
It's like, I think the thing that's like with Drawn Together, it's like, I like the idea of like there being like, oh, here's several cartoon characters they have to interact, and it's like, hey, let's make it a deconstructed parody. But the problem is, it's like, they don't go beyond like surface level interpretations of everything.
Except for the movie and the
movie is just trash.
No, I watched the movie, but what you were talking about...
The movie is fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Like, even fans are like, this is fucking terrible.
Guys, stop dogpiling me. I'm not saying it is.
Dogpiling you.
I was just going to say, though, that remember, that was actually the plot of the movie, was them trying to figure out what the problem was.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's not that's not really like.
That's not what I'm talking about at all. No, what I'm talking.
What y'all were saying the issue is the plot of the movie, and the movie didn't do anything but be like, man, we need to figure out what's wrong with this. Is there something wrong with this? No, not really.
The plot of the movie is like, oh no, we're canceled. How do we? It's like, why are we canceled?
Okay, like, here it is. Like the whole thing was like because like Comedy Central cut their animation budget. And made it like a direct-to-DVD thing, so they were bitching because like they were like, oh, the only reason we're getting canceled is because we don't have a point like South Park, quote unquote. So, like the whole fucking premise of the movie is just them bitching about like how South Park gets to still go on, yet they got canceled. That is straight up it.
Yeah. It's literally just them going, well, we just gotta be vulgar for vulgar's sake. It's like, yeah, but that doesn't work most of the time. Like, being vulgar for vulgar's sake, you lose the charm vulgar comedy has when you just abuse it. It's like, what's the point at that point?
Yeah.
Like, you have, like, this is a similar problem that happened with Ren and Stimpy Adult Party cartoon. Like, this is why you need to have editors, and this is like why you don't get protection from editors, like, ever. Yeah. But no, as I was saying, it's like, my main issue, it's like, I like the idea where it's like, oh, here's like, it's like, hey, here's all these cartoon archetypes in a reality show. This could be an interesting premise, but they're all just surface level parodies of them. And not only and using the parody is using the term parody feels generous.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Because they all feel like very loose interpretations of tropes that don't really exist.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, here's the Disney princess. Oh, she's actually racist and bigoted and a Christian fundamentalist.
What was the deal?
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
hey, wait a second. I just realized though the superhero character. I forgot
Captain
what his
Hero.
name was.
You're talking about
Captain
DT, aren't you?
Yeah, draw together.
Have y'all ever watched The Boys? Because basically Homelander is him, but done better.
Oh, you're talking about the TV show. I was about to say, if you're talking about the comics, The Boys is actually like probably one of the worst examples to use. But you're using the TV show, which is genuinely much better than the comics.
Yeah, yeah. But think about I just thought about that. Yeah, basically
That's because
Homelander is what they were
The
trying to
Boys
do
is
with
supposed
him.
to be deconstruction of superheroes, and like with the TV show, they actually do a
This
good
is
job
nothing new.
trying to deconstruct it better than the actual comics. The comics is like, again, it goes to deconstructing tropes that don't exist.
Wait, comic book of what?
The comics of The Boys.
Oh,
Yeah, like the TV show actually does a good job actually trying to deconstruct superheroes as a whole, because this one clearly did
I'm
research.
I'm only familiar with the
Right.
show, but
Yeah, there's a there's
if you want a comic book series that's one of my favorite of all time, people need to watch Rising Stars.
that's
That's The
dead.
Boys comic, but way better. Holy crap!
like I think like Lin Cara does a really good review on The Boys, so I'd highly recommend you take a look at his comic review, and he actually does a good job talking about why like a lot of authors try to deconstruct, but don't really know how to actually properly deconstruct the series.
Wait, when
at
did
all.
Link Card do that review?
He reviewed The Boys like way back in like 2015.
It was when talking about Superman, because like The Boys. Oh, okay, I'll tell you the exact one. It was this Superman story called "What's So Funny About Truth, Justice, and the American Way," and the whole thing is basically Superman is up against like a bunch of like basically up against like a bunch of superpowered people whose whole deal is that they make sure to kill like anyone that stands against them, and they're basically like I take that of the Boys. Yeah.
How old is the Boys comic book?
The Boys comic book's
pretty
been around
old.
since like the early
It's
2010s.
definitely- It's about like 20 years, honestly.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
and it's but it's been one of those.
But
It's
like I said, if you want a comic that's
Invincible's
that
not.
idea,
Okay, Invincible actually is a decent example of how you do deconstruct the superhero, but it also reconstructs at the same time. Like Invincible's like one of those where it's like it's a mix of deconstructing but reconstructs at the same time. Invincible's one of the ones that gets it right,
Comics, yeah.
mainly because it also shows the really violent side of superheroics too.
Yeah.
We
The
still
Boy-
need
The
to do a
Boys-
group watch of the show.
The Boys was first published in October 2006 and ended in 2012. 72 issues.
Okay, so it's actually around the same age as Invincible.
But like I said, I recommend Rising Star. That is Boys, but way better.
Like I have no problem with deconstructions. Like I think Watchmen's a good example of how you deconstruct superheroes correctly.
Yeah.
Am I talking to myself here?
But that's mainly because that's because I'm still trying to talk about my own topic.
Well, he was still on the point. I was trying to listen to him on
Yeah.
that.
I'm just giving a recommendation. Of something
Yeah,
that's
but I'm still trying to talk about something else.
I mean, I heard your recommendation.
Like we heard the recommendation, but I'm still trying to like remember what I'm talking about.
Plus, Rising Star is actually short. It lasted a while. It lasted a while, but it was because the issues were really spread out. Rising Star, if you don't count Zero, which is actually a comic that came out for its anniversary, Rising Star only has 24 issues.
But like, yeah, it's like the thing is like a lot of people try to like emulate Watchmen or Invincible, but they don't really realize like the underlying quirks that make them work, and
Yeah,
just
Mark.
go for the surface level.
Like,
Think
what
of-
if Superman were bad?
Yeah, it's like what if Superman were evil? It's like I think Irredeemable handles that.
bad. That premise.
From what I heard,
sucks,
Irredeemable handles that concept actually pretty well. But it's because like the things like actually like not exact like the. It's mainly because the person gets like corrupted by power. I think with Irredeemable.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Irredeemable. Yeah. I still need to finish that.
Like I feel like there's nothing wrong with making like, oh, what if the Superman analog was evil? It's like, yeah, that's not a bad idea, but I feel like the thing is, a lot of people miss the appeal to Superman when they do that.
Yeah, and I feel the thing is you get diminishing returns with it.
Yeah, and it's like, because everyone does that. Like, it's a surface level analysis at this point.
That's part of the plot of fucking Injustice, so yeah.
Yeah, and not only that, Injustice wasn't even original with it either.
Yeah.
It's like, because that was taken from the Justice Lords, where the entire Justice League became tyrannical. But even then, that was like done as a good exploration of like how far the Justice League could go.
Like, it just feels like the whole what if superhero but evil. It just feels like it's like...
And not only that, we already have that in superhero comic books. You want to know what they're called? Super villains.
Yeah. I feel like just making every just doing what if superhero but evil just kind of misses the appeal.
Yeah, misses the. It's like not only that. It's like the point of a superhero. It's like they have the possibility to be evil, but they choose to be good. And it always has like such a negative view of humanity. It's like, yeah, humans aren't exactly the most compassionate species out there. I will admit that. But they have the potential to be better, and that's what these show. They show us that we should strive to be better. And I feel like making these comics kind of undermine that.
Yeah. Especially when, again, like they don't really give like a very good argument for as to why so many of them.
Yeah, it's just always, well, if a human got superpowers, they'd be evil. It's like, I don't know about that, honestly. It depends on who you give the person. Look, I think Megamind's one of the few that actually handles this right. Because Megamind, it's like, okay, the person they clearly gave powers to was a mentally unstable man-child with an obsessive crush.
Yeah, I still love the... Dude, I still love the whole he did it, I did it.
And even then, he didn't start off evil. He just started off as just simply a guy using his powers for more petty amusement, then gradually became evil.
Yeah.
So he had a genuine progression. He didn't just start going... Like, he didn't just straight up go, okay, we're gonna go and just kill people with these powers. No, what he did was just commit petty theft at worst. And that was more like, okay, and even then it was more of a deconstruction of, oh, what if the comic book nerd gets superpowers like many superhero stories do?
Yeah.
And kind of demonstrated, okay, this is kind of why that may not work.
Maybe we should do a group watch together of that down the road.
Absolutely.
Megamind's great, yeah.
We need to watch that.
Megamind that is unironically a really top movie.
Dude, I Thought You Were Dead was one of my favorite memes for a while.
I always like
My
that
death
movie.
was greatly exaggerated.
Because I love how
One
smug.
of those movies.
I love how smug he is in that scene, though. My death was greatly exaggerated.
I was always a Megamind believer. Now I'm rectified.
Megamind's one of those movies I feel like I didn't really appreciate until I got a little older. When I rewatched it, I'm like, oh man, this is like way better than I gave it credit for. Because I liked it at the time, but I thought it was just simply decent.
I think a lot of people kind of miss the point of the movie when they.
It's more like I feel like it's partly that, and partly it was just overshadowed by the more like marketed despicable meme.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it did come out around the same.
Yeah, like
time,
it came out around the same time. And to be fair,
I really
the first
love this
Despicable Me
boss
is an
fight,
alright
I
movie.
love how
I
you
will
just
give it
tear
that.
stuff off of it.
Like the first Despicable Me is alright. But then it laid one of the biggest sins of animation known to mankind, the Minions.
Dude.
God,
using the
we
Wiz
better
powers
have some
on
Minions in
the
that Mario
bosses is
movie.
so
Otherwise,
fun.
we better have some fucking Minions just to simply infuriate Bob.
Yeah.
Just Minions in Brooklyn. Minions in Brooklyn.
That'd be amazing.
Oh no, we're not having it in Brooklyn. We can't have it in Brooklyn. We need to have Bob not have. We better have Bob not get Brooklyn.
I think he'd hate it if the Minions were in Brooklyn, though.
It's like he'd hate the Minions, but he'd prefer Brooklyn being the thing at all.
Yeah, you finished it off with the power up. I love doing that.
He fucking just died.
What if Mega Man but in Brooklyn?
If you, I don't think, I can't remember if it's in this version or not, but in the DS version, you get the rocket power up, and when you use it on the spaceship, the rocket power up hits it several times and sends it flying on the actual speed ray thing, and the animation for it is hilarious. It also does a lot of damage to the boss too.
All right, we got past the third world.
Like, there's a lot of attention to detail in this game, and especially in the DS version. That I really love.
I'm gonna be honest with you, River Sleeking. I've never actually seen Mystery Men.
Heard about
I've
Mystery
never
Man.
seen
I've heard about it, but I've never seen it. I only knows that movie is what like spawned All Star. Yes, actually, that's where All Star comes from. Mystery Men.
All-Star.
The originator.
All-Star.
We don't get what you're talking about.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game
Oh,
on.
that.
Go play.
Oh, the song.
Yeah, it's the
You could have
originator.
just said the song, Jesse.
Yeah,
I figured
honestly,
you guys would have
I-
immediately
I-
said that was what I was talking. Like, all-star is so specific.
All-Star is a common term.
Yeah, but what else would I be talking about? Like when I'm saying, oh, it's the originator of
PlayStation.
The
all-star.
drink.
There you go. Yeah, we're talking about PlayStation All Stars. It's where it came
Gaming
from.
all-stars.
They gave-
We're
Sony
talking about
stole the
gaming
idea.
all-stars.
Sony stole the idea.
Wait, no, that's All Sport I'm thinking of.
Yeah, no, and you need to clearly think of the better drink.
I'm
Steven
thinking, of
Seagal's lightning bolt.
I'm thinking of video game All Stars,
Clearly, you should be
which,
thinking about Steven Seagal's
which
lightning
everybody
bolt.
should watch, by the way.
Yeah,
Everybody needs to watch
gaming all-stars is great.
They wasted
Yeah.
Bad Mr. Frosty.
Hey, Scorpion jobs if that makes you feel better. He jobs
There's
to Jin
no greater crime than
Kazama.
wasting Bad Mr. Frosty.
Sweet Tooth does a job. I'm okay with that.
The watching fucking Sackboy smack some people around is kind of funny. Also, don't forget the Kung Lao face. That's an emote. I reckon.
Yeah, honestly, I think after like giving this a replay, I think a lot of people exaggerate how bad the writing is. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, the writing's fine.
Yeah, the writing's okay. It's hit or miss. I definitely know Lost World writing is god awful, but that's Lost World, and that gives it the Deadly Six.
You can say that for when you get to that game.
Yeah. Like, I've seen more of Lost... I think part of it's like, I've seen more of Lost World than I have this game. Look, this game, the one joke everyone centers in on is, oh, look, Baldy McNose
XD Buddy McNuggets here.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
then the
like you
actual
bring that
humor-
up, and Soda's been talking about it for like an hour nonstop.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buddy McNuggets here.
Because Baldy McNose is like the
Yeah,
worst. It's like the worst
I honestly
joke.
kind of hate that meme because people think that's all the writing is in this game, and it's not always like that. It's just.
I think the problem is,
does
it's like,
fun
again,
every
you
once in a
have...
while, and that's
I
about
definitely
it.
remember Generations writing actually being pretty decent, actually. Like, I actually kind of kicked out of Generations writing. Don't help that most of it's like, hey, we're just gonna, lampshade most of Sonic's history, and it's like, hey, we're
Yeah,
gonna
I
have a
think
good...
they. I
But
think
yeah,
they
but what I
threw the
love
humor on-
is that what I love about Generations is if you think about it, it's basically a Kirby plot. Sonic wants to kick somebody's ass because he got his food stolen.
No,
It's
Sonic
not like a
Generations...
Kirby.
Sonic
it sounds like
Generations,
a-
like, all of his friends are kidnapped, so he's like, okay, I'm gonna
Yeah,
kick
that's
some
not-
ass.
No. Remember, his first priority was that fucking chili dog.
No, it wasn't! No, he was like, hey, you guys are taking my friends, that's not cool!
Dude, his
It's no
chili
good.
dog got stolen.
Yeah, the chili
He
dog
was
stuff.
like,
No,
wait,
but he
what?
got the chili dog like immediately. Like Sonic doesn't care about the chili dog. He cares about his friends. Okay, what do
Dude, no. He got that chili dog stolen, and that's when he was finally like, all right, a wormhole.
No, that's when he got sucked in. He got sucked in with the chili dog.
He
What,
got
they
isekai
stole
to
his
the chili
food, wanted to
dog.
go kick
No, they
somebody's
stole
ass.
Sonic and his food.
God.
You're telling me that hasn't happened in a Kirby game before, though. Food is heavily involved
Well, yeah,
in this
that's
plot,
Kirby,
sir.
but that's specifically
That's
Kirby.
not the sole reason why he did it, though. Unlike Kirby, Kirby's simple-minded, but that's not the same case.
Yeah, no, I do
We're gonna
agree
go
with
fuck
Mr.
up
Gunn.
a
It's
guy.
not that bad, but the problem is it's like
Fuck
it's
guy.
a signature joke for a reason.
I can't find that comic anywhere, Soda.
I have it.
You do? I love that comic. Yo, Kirby, what's shaking? We're gonna go fuck up a guy. And then DDD's face.
Like honestly, I think a lot of people
DDD's
always.
face in that comic kills me.
I
every
want to
time
say
see
this about Kirby. I think a lot of people over-exaggerate just how often he would actually murder Overcake, because that only happened in Squeak Squad. The only other time when food was stolen, that's because everyone's food was stolen. Like, King DDD's like, okay, I'm gonna just steal all of Dreamland's food. And if he did that, everyone was gonna starve, so Kirby had to go beat him up at that point. Otherwise, King DDD was gonna start a famine.
Wait, no. His food was stolen specifically. Him saving the day was actually kind of an afterthought because
No,
Kirby was
no, it
more
wasn't just
focused on
Kirby.
his
No,
food getting
everyone's food
Well,
was
he
stolen
did
though in
drop off the
Dreamland.
food
It was explicitly
for
all of the
everyone to
food.
It's the thing.
Yeah, yes, they showed us that, but Kirby was thinking, that.
No,
his
Kirby,
shit
Kirby,
you
Kirby
talk
was
to
like,
Kirby
wait, all
personally?
food is stolen, let's go kick his ass.
Like, they didn't tell
Yeah, the
Kirby
game's
what
on the
was going on.
original
Kirby was
soundtrack, I forgot.
immediately on DDD's case because his food got stolen, and him saving the day was just kind of an afterthought.
The game doesn't really tell you that.
was, but he still did,
Kirby
actually.
wasn't there specifically to save the day. He wanted his stuff back.
Keep in mind the other case, it's like
yeah, but at the same time, he also did
Because remember, like that's literally what happened. Kirby didn't even know what was going on. He wanted his food back, and then him beating DDD released the food back to everyone else as kind of an accident.
He literally realized it at the end. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
so he decided, it's like, oh, well, you know what? I'll give that.
and even then, it's like there's other cases where like Kirby is
DDD
completely
wasn't
aware
going
of
out
what's
of his way
going
to save
on.
the day, is what I'm getting
Like
at.
Kirby's not entirely stupid, is the thing.
Yeah,
But
he
he's
really
like a baby though.
Yeah, but there are other
is,
times where
but
like
he's
Kirby.
not stupid.
The thing
He's
is,
not
like Kirby
that
can clearly tell what's
He's
going
just
on in
foolish,
other cases
but
too. Like,
he's
I'm
just
not
naive.
calling him stupid. It was just his priority was his own stuff.
And even then, it's like
the
Kirby was
other
really
food
fucking
just happened to be there. Because if somebody came into my house and stole my food, I'd be mad too.
I feel as though we're kind of.
I feel you're trying to create this narrative of an edgy anti-hero Kirby.
yeah, you're just trying to
No,
make
I'm not.
you're trying to make Kirby the head. Kirby,
I'm literally stating what happened.
Kirby's like, damn, I'm gonna, damn,
Not here.
no, damn, that penguin bastard stole my food.
Kirby just pops a smoke in.
Kirby's just like, Kirby's like, damn, those alien bastards shot up my ride.
They shot my
Oh
food.
my god.
Fucking Kirby Nukem, let's go.
Well, I mean, that it could be.
Nobody
Street
steals
Fighter.
my food and lives.
No, I'm just imagining Kirby sucking up Duke Nukem.
Well, babies can be evil if they're named Death 13.
Now was
No, Banish Boy. Banish Boy was the name of the baby. Death 13's the stand.
remind me the Squeak Squad. Were they from Popstar or no?
They're a local gang.
Okay, so they're from Popstar.
Yeah.
Daroch actually gives you his entire backstory in Mass Attack, and he just talks about how like he's been on his own for the longest time, and then he made the Squeak Squad, and he treats them like his family and whatnot. He's a natural resident of Popstar. It's just Popstar's like really big, so we just don't know exactly where on Popstar they come from. It's just never stated.
He's from parts unknown.
Birthplace unknown.
He's
age
from Miami,
unknown,
pop star.
Likes, dislikes.
Couldn't break all the numbers, for shame.
Likes robbery, larceny, his family. Dislikes being good.
See, now we're getting back to edgy anti-hero Kirby, and I'm cool with this.
Kirby's just gonna just tear fucking DDD apart with his bare hands. Fuck you, DDD. Kirby's like fucking Waddle Dee, disable my pain inhibitors.
Kirby just gets a Glock. Wait, no, he did
literally.
get a Glock.
Literally, Kirby the instant, or no, DDD the instant he hears Kirby's on the way. Oh god, oh man. Oh man.
God, oh man.
DDD, anytime he hears Kirby's on his way to beat his ass again.
DDD's like, oh shit, here we go again.
But I
How
still love
many
that
times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
That is probably Kirby at this point, I swear. Because he's just like, DDD, how many times has this been now? How many times
One
have you
thing
been?
I will admit about Kirby is that he is pretty quick to forgive, but I guess it's
Like
not to try anything.
Oh
with
yeah,
you
there's
again.
plenty of official art of him, DDD, and Meta Knight just kind of chilling.
Well, they kind of known each other for a long time. At this
And keep in mind, like,
point.
most of the time, DDD's
I
not
can't-
really.
like anytime DDD gets fucking possessed though, him and Meta Knight have to just kind of side eye him, being like, "Man, really?"
I mean, the thing is, DDD only really gets possessed, like, only.
It's not really his fault. Is the thing. He's just.
And even
very
then, it's like,
unlucky
he
with
only
that.
gets possessed, like, what? Like, a few. Like, he obviously gets possessed way less than you'd expect. Most of the time.
And at least in Star Allies' case, it was also Meta Knight too, who also got possessed, but then they all snap out of it anyway when Kirby helps them, and then they're just like, alright, let's go kick these dudes
Hey.
for doing that to us.
Speaking of Meta Knight getting possessed, remember that time where
And
Susie, like,
plus, Triple Deluxe wasn't a possession. That was just an evil version of him.
Well, no, he did get kind of possessed in Triple Deluxe, but he was unconscious during that, and he was just getting used as a puppet by.
remember that time in Curry Plant Robobot where Susie kidnapped Meta Knight and just like plugged a bunch of robot shit into his head?
Yo, yeah, they turned him into a gun.
Yeah, he straight up looked like that scene from freaking Clockwork Orange,
Yeah.
where they forced him to watch the movie.
Okay, you're gonna watch On Deadly Ground, man.
I actually think Meta Knight Republic will actually hold a grudge against Susie for Kirby just invites over Susie while Meta Knight's there, and Meta Knight's just like, you know
Well,
what,
you know, if
Kirby,
Meta Knight wasn't such a loner, maybe he'd get invited to parties more often.
Oh yeah, Skynet did technically invade Popstar
No,
in,
I'm saying like
in
he
Robobot,
just looks at
yeah.
Kirby, he's like, I know you did not just invite this crazy beat to this party.
Also, that Magalore concept art I ran across was really interesting.
He just looks like King Babo.
He looks a lot like President Haltman to me. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe they saved the idea.
Honestly, I think we're gonna get done this
I
tonight,
don't
probably.
really know. I would need to see concept art of Haltman too. Unless, 'cause I
You
think
can probably
his
find it
had-
on his wiki.
I think
let
he had
me
several
check.
different designs. I gotta look at them though, because some of them were really cool. I think I remember seeing. Let me. I can actually go back and check that out.
Ian Paul would be like, my wife and daughter are dead.
And then
I'm
slaps
just been lavishing
slaps what is supposed to be his daughter. That crap caught me off guard when I saw that cutscene, man. Him just slapping her, just
Oh,
like
yeah.
Jesus.
It's actually extremely sad given the circumstances because pretty
No,
much
I
got
found
his
some of his
whole body
concept art,
done.
and it looks like they took that Magalore design I showed you and just kind of cleaned it up.
let me see concept artwork.
Yeah, here's a design sheet of different concepts they made for him. Though it looks
a
like
lot more like a evil chancellor type character in this one
He-
piece I'm seeing.
in a lot of his concept art, he just looks like one of those regular like residents of Popstar. I forget what the enemy type is
Cappies?
called.
Cappies.
The Cappies.
Like he looks like one of those, or whatever Chef Kawasaki or is.
No,
Jeff
Kawasaki's not a
Kawasaki
Cappy.
is a chicken nugget.
Holden, I think it's his body shape. He kind of looks like that. He looks like Kawasaki. I feel like I'm saying his name wrong. I don't know if it's Kawasaki,
I don't think he's a cappy.
but a lot of his concept art makes it kind of seem like, since we see his whole body, that the robot armor was probably just chosen on Holy. Yeah, because a lot of this concept art of President Haltman shows his full body, and
Please
you know,
don't go on the Kirby Wiki. I think there are spoilers on the sidebar. I had to click off of this so fast when I saw it.
I don't. Yeah, like I don't think you really ever see him outside of the ship except for like one time. Yeah, here it is, where he's sitting
Oh,
in
shit.
like the little bubble car.
That was a
bubble
bad idea.
sphere.
Oh, you're talking about Haltman?
Yeah,
He just stays in his office all day. I think that was actually mentioned in his lore or something like that, where he just spends most of his time just surveying.
After the
from
divorce,
device
Haltman was never the
actually-
same.
well, oh my god, one of his pictures on the wiki is him literally winding up the slap. Why?
Haltman about to give the Haltman hands.
On God.
My hands are rated E for everyone.
I only ever beat the main story of Robobot. I see two different designs of his armor. One of them is called Robobot Executive Suit, which I know that's what it's called, but then Executive Suit 2.0.
There
Did
we
you not
go.
beat Meta Nightmare mode?
No, I only ever beat the main story.
I don't know. You
Because,
don't stare me not, Mr. Gunn.
Surprise, there's also EX bosses, and some of them are really interesting, but I kind of don't want to spoil it in case you ever go back to that game.
I still have one. I have all the DS Kirby games. I
Oh,
love
yeah,
the series.
Like, Brian,
I would definitely recommend playing that Meta Nightmare mode because it's
Never
actually
played Mass
really
Attack
interesting.
though, because the it being touchscreen exclusive, just like I got it to play at some point, but I just never gelled with the idea of it being a touchscreen exclusively controlled game.
You think that's bad? What about the Zelda games?
Well,
I actually hear Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass are actually pretty good.
I hear the problem is just like the touch screen controls. especially
They're
with the final
okay,
boss.
but they're really awkward to play.
Oh no,
Like,
oh no. The main complaint I see is in Phantom Hourglass, all the backtracking you have to do to the main dungeon because you can't
Oh, yeah,
fully
the
go
main
through it.
dungeon.
Yeah,
It's
the backtracking
timed.
is awful in that game.
Yeah, and you have to keep going back and forth because every upgrade you get can be used to go slightly further so you can chart it out more.
I
Ugh.
forgot to mention, President Haltman is voiced by Sigma's VA from Mega Man X.
Really?
The Japanese one. He's voiced by Nobuhito.
That's not possible!
But it's not surprising he's very hammy in his boss fight. If you
Yeah.
look at that, you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. No wonder he's hammy.
Kirby
He straight
hiring a
laughs like hedonism bot.
Ah, shit! That
I
fucked
love
me.
money. Hello, I love money.
Oh, Sonic!
Oh yeah, according to the chat, they fixed that in Spirit, the backtracking in Spirit Tracks.
Oh yeah, like I
think-
said, I heard Spirit Tracks is great.
What if they ever make like a reboot of the Kirby anime and instead of Enemy Industries they just have Haltman Industries? That's like the main.
Dr. Saotome, he's adding Jalen.
Oh yeah, yeah. He also voices Dr. Saotome. Yeah,
I don't know what that's from.
that's from Getter Robo. Yeah,
Oh, right.
yeah, Mr. Gun. Yeah, he literally uses the exact same style of voice too when voicing Haltman. It's like really.
Like
apparent
the
he
final
does make
update
that.
of Tekken was called Tekken Update 4.20. The final update for Tekken was called goddamn
420.
Tekken Update.
Perfect.
Yeah, Tekken
I-
Update.
Is
4.20.
Harada gonna make an
Mr.
appearance
Gunn, I'm
at
gonna
Derek
do
Savage's
your
420
Discord
awards?
account, his voice clips because it's really apparent.
The 420 awards. Yeah.
That. Oh yeah. Well, when's Derek gonna do that? Because he never does it on 420 actually.
We need
The definitive edition of Tekken 7 was dirt cheap. I bought it on my Series X.
I mean, it's Tekken.
Have you found anyone that plays Tekken on Xbox?
Actually, yes. It's one of the most active games according to some of my sources.
That doesn't
Also,
sound
also people roasting Phil because he's like, people only played the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection on here, and he was like bitching about there not being any fighting games on here, and they're like, dude, there's fucking Sam Show, there's Tekken, there's, you
Keep in mind,
know,
this is DSP.
there's Fight and Rage.
Yeah, but here's the problem.
I don't know if that's a fighting game though. I've been recommended
beat 'em
Fight and
up.
Rage. Oh, okay.
Me and Jeremy played a lot of that.
It's been recommended to me ever since I beat Mother Russia Bleeds.
We even did a co-op session with another friend of ours from college. It was really
But I
fun.
wanted to start it up because I actually never did the ready to start on Tekken. So when you start the game, you only get the base roster, and there are only 2 stages to use. You can use the Mishima Dojo and Brimstone or Devil's Pit. So you can only use 2 stages. But I'm also testing because apparently there were some enhancements that severely cut down the time on Xbox. So let me see how fast this loads.
I know I can get that. I just want to grab. I want to grab the Wisp before I go anywhere. Game.
Holy shit, that was like nothing. Like the second the portraits clashed, it backed out.
There we
What
go.
the hell?
I'm gonna want a Wisp for later.
Like guys, I wish I could show y'all that, but Jesus, that load time was like nothing. The second the portraits clashed together, it was already ready.
Yeah, nice.
How I'm hoping that my upgraded PC is, because I told Will at work that if I'm yeah.
You're gonna like this video,
Oh
like,
hell,
at least into you.
hell yeah. Get uppers, let's go.
Can you
Yeah,
talk
'cause-
Jet Upper?
Shut up. But can you?
I don't play it, so I don't need to.
Yeah, we play manly characters like hey,
Oh my
Hachi.
god, you said that and I did it.
Yeah, Cool Cat is Derek Savage. Cool Cat is definitely Derek Savage, Mr. Gunn. The one and only Derek Savage.
That's how you know you got quality.
Yeah, with the 420 awards. That he promotes via the Cool Cat Twitter account,
Yeah.
alongside the weed NFTs.
Remember the weird like porn of that machine that like rips people apart with lasers? You're an 18+ stream, I will mention this. And then remember he fucking shared that on his Cool Cat Twitter account. And he's just like, whoa, what's this machine?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
God damn, Derek Savage is the least self-aware person I think.
Oh, absolutely.
Ever. He's less self-aware than fucking Tommy Wiseau.
That's what I love about Derek Savage. He's just that clueless.
Also, I wonder whatever happened with that that YouTube thing of like something on Tommy Wiseau's behalf, trying to block a bunch of videos about it. Like, remember, I Hate Everything posted a tweet about it. Like, his video was under fire from somebody representing Tommy, but there's nothing on Tommy's end referencing, you know, takedowns of these videos at all. So it might be another troll bot.
Oh, also, I think I forgot to mention this about this game. This game is also the third time we switched the voice actors, also. It was previously done in Free Riders, granted, but we're not playing that game because that game is fucking horrible.
It's fine, you just suck
No,
at
that's
it.
Free Riders is the one where you have to use the Kinect. That's the Kinect game.
No one. You're the first person I've ever heard jump to the defense of Sonic Free Riders.
Sorry, I gotta shit on Jesse for his love of Jack X because Cedric's not here.
Yeah, but even he won't defend Free Riders.
I won't either.
You
I
only
didn't say
defend.
anything.
You're only supposed to
I
defend the
didn't say anything.
2005.
I can't prove I did. God, my Brian is still, or Brian is so fun to use.
Yeah, I like him in Family Guy.
You shut the hell up.
Again, there is art of that.
Of Tekken Brian.
Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah, checking Brian Griffin.
Tekken Brian Griffin.
Hang on, I'm gonna find it.
I found this.
One of the first things I saw was Brian Griffin death when I typed it in.
I found this.
Highness is one of my favorite Kirby boss designs because he's just so unsettling.
Oh my god. Whoa, ass ahoy.
Oh yeah. Dude, I love that Back to the Pilot episode they did, and I just love that whole thing of just the TV's not been plugged in.
I found Soul Calibur, Brian. It looks really off. It's dead looking.
No, there's. I know I've seen Tekken 7.
There's right. I did find this. Oh damn it! He beat me to it. I felt the same thing.
Oh my god, him screaming from losing his mask. God, I love Highness's design.
Guess I'm going to Reddit.
Heck yeah, I'm not the only one.
We have to go. We have to go to the Forbidden Zone.
I did see someone named Peter Griffin, and it was.
Find. See, we gotta find the Robot Jones subreddit.
Yes.
That way everyone can know the truth. That way we can see they can dig up the original ending where he kills the human race.
Yes.
Like, man, I love how Highness is animated.
I still can't get over that was an actual fucking plan. It's like, oh yeah, you're just gonna end the series with Robot Jones exterminating humanity. But then again, we also found out about Garfield's Judgment Day and Garfield's 9 Lives.
Yeah.
God damn it, I got.
Oh shit. Damn.
Oh,
I did find something similar to what I was looking for. Can I still say one of my favorite memes is still Peter Griffin meeting everyone,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
just seeing them at the door.
I think one of my favorite moments from Family Guy is he's just with the fucking kid. Shut up, Kyle.
Your poop nose. It's just.
He just beats the shit out of Kyle.
Alright. Okay, so that.
This dude straight up beat Highness without getting hit. Pressed with just vanilla Kirby.
Are you? Oh, you're looking at the DS. So.
I did find this.
His battle theme is called Money Machine, right?
Yeah, Money Machine.
Oh yeah, I think this is like one of the first games to actually bring back the Return of the Egg Pawns also. Alrighty.
Eggman, we can find some new race of cute, adorable creatures to stuff into
Oos!
his robots.
I mean, it's actually a very appropriately done voice swap.
Yeah, it is really well done for a voice swap. We need more.
Wait,
voice
isn't this
swap
the game that introduced like that white version of?
White version of what?
I forget what it was called, but you know Nova, the space clock.
Oh, you're talking about Galactic Nova. It's Star Dream Galactic Nova. There's a lot of
Yeah.
lore behind that. That's also talked
I
about in the
can't
true
find-
version.
No, I mean,
of
was
the
it
game.
find
from
it.
was it from this game?
Yeah.
I think
Literally
Sonic's
the
about to say the other
line.
funny line in this.
Ran up Robo
No
Bot.
copyright law in the universe.
Yeah, I think we're almost
Honestly,
there.
he's the coolest final boss of the series.
Yep.
Just because of the amount of stuff you have to do all of his phases.
Oh wow, it's a rehash of the earlier fight.
I know for a fact these guys are getting harder and harder to beat.
Please remember, all planets in Eggman's incredible interstellar amusement park are, as far as
I hated this part. Him shooting the money at the screen.
and its subsidiaries. All unauthorized photography, video reproduction, or shutting down of generators is strictly prohibited. Thank you.
Eggman, I am going to save this planet, and I am going to free these
We write law, the universe is gonna stop me.
The universe is going to stop me. We can save a lot of time and broken robots if you just quit now. You try to be reasonable.
A Haltman dollar.
It will be
The Bison dollar.
100
it will be
Robux.
the nation's capital once I kidnap their queen.
This money isn't worth the paper it's printed on.
1 million Boba.
Yeah, President Hallman was just trying to buy a V-Buck card. He's trying to find a way to get infinite V-Bucks.
Yes. I need V-Bucks, Grandpa.
But he is the grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the bosses just feel kind of eh. But the game itself is good.
The bosses themselves are kind of like the least biggest draw of the game. Like, they're just kind of there.
Yeah.
The
But the
DS
level design
DS
is actually genuinely solid enough that it makes up for it.
I honestly think most of the bosses are.
I'll at least I'll give this game this. The bosses have more effort put into it than Sonic CD.
Outside of the final boss, I mean.
Like, Sonic CD has, like, a lot of mid-as-fuck bosses. Except for Metal Sonic. That fight's still pretty cool. I don't care what anyone says.
But the DS version doesn't. But the Wii version doesn't have the true final boss.
In all fairness, I do like that they are just genuinely just trying to have, like, a good game first, which is fine.
Sometimes I even impress myself. For a second there, I wasn't sure I was going to pull it off. Oh, who am I kidding? We both knew how this would end.
Are you talking to the broken robot who can't hear you?
Maybe. That's between me and the robot. The important thing here is
Hey, this dude straight up beat President Haltman and Highness without getting hit. Jesus.
I've seen you.
The dedication.
I've never seen you talk to a pile of metal.
Okay, that joke kind of sucked.
Funny you say that while I just watched Kirby.
You know, Kirby, not really so.
Okay, so we got Aquarium Park and Asteroid Coaster.
Is somebody has to have beaten that Soul Melter EX thing with Vanilla Kirby by himself. There has to have been
There
somebody.
is a video out there on that.
Yeah, I think we're gonna just finish. I think we're gonna beat this game tonight, dudes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we're already at the 5th world out of 6.
Oh.
You actually, yeah, you probably can beat it.
Honestly, I don't think that's a bad thing.
Probably
Honestly, I like.
it's not.
I mean, hey,
There's a lot that you can collect in this game, though.
yeah,
that makes it
this game's
cool.
definitely replayable, which is not a bad thing. but-
Ultimate Tekken Bowl has been
Yeah, I
unlocked.
replayed it
Hell
a lot.
yeah, buddy.
I replayed this game.
Hell yeah. Ultimate Tekken Bowl.
The thing
Let's
I
go.
like about most Sonic games is that they're definitely replayable, so I'm gonna definitely go back and replay this to try to get all the S ranks on my own time.
I think that I hate to keep bringing up the DS version, when the DS version is like, there's also a really big incentive to replay anyway, since you want to get all the Chaos Emeralds for the true final boss. So that is something nice. Too.
Okay.
God, it really has been 11 years since I first played this game. That's crazy.
I pretty much just bought this version of Tekken, I guess, to play Tekken Bowl.
Time for a nap.
Also, I want to say that
Dude, imagine if Marduk could do that victory pose whenever he got a strike.
Also, I will say that I really love the aesthetics of all the levels in this game.
Oh yeah, this game looks really fucking good. Even like I think my only real gripe about this port so far is that I've noticed some slightly inconsistent frame rates, but they're like they're not bad enough to like really be a deal breaker in my opinion. Like it's like they're there, but it's like I've dealt with worse.
Even the original Wii version had a lot of details.
Yeah.
The
And even then, it's like it's not Sonic Unleashed frame rate dipping, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is just definitely refreshing just to actually play a really good Sonic game, honestly. Like a Sonic game that has nothing holding it back other than like, just minor flaws.
Yeah, like my only gripes with the game are just like pure.
Like this game's a little too. I think my only regret is that I feel like this game's a little too easy, but that's it. But honestly, again, it's like, hey, if it gets people in the series, I'm not gonna complain too much.
And honestly, Sonic games just vary in difficulty anyway.
Yeah, like Sonic isn't a series that's like renowned.
Fuckerman is able to do
It's
his
not very-
freaking how many
it's
left
difficult
victory
to
pose
begin
doing hitting the pins.
It's like, even
Like
then,
that-
I don't care if the game's easy as long as it just feels fun to play, you know.
Like that literally makes Fakuram seem like he doesn't understand
made the
bowling.
front part look a
How
lot
many
more
left?
pretty in this version, because there's a lot more vibrant colors here. Like I'm actually noticing.
Oh, Sonic can actually swim? What the fuck?
Yeah.
But Sonic
This is
can't
like the
swim
only
canonically, but hey, I'm not complaining. And again, after the utter hell that was yesterday with Sonic 4, at least you're just playing something fun.
This is one of those water levels actually really good.
It's like after
Design
Sonic
wise.
4, it's just I just cannot stress this enough. I actually do genuinely like playing this. It's actually pretty fun to play. It's like, that's why I'm not really saying too much. It's just a good game. There's not really much to say. It's like, it's fun. It's just fun to dash.
Fun to dab.
And it also just simply understands Sonic's like better strengths than I feel Unleashed did, honestly. Because Unleashed, it's like some of the levels I feel like, especially late game levels in Unleashed, feel haphazardly designed.
That's all you gotta do. Just dash. Dash. Dash.
Like, I think Extra Paradigm Gamer does a really good job talking about it.
Oh yeah, fun fact, it's actually possible to die in the very beginning of the stage if you just linger for 1 second longer on the intro part.
Trying to grab that.
Technically you're on falling platforms.
Technically, you're on deadly ground.
Yeah, literally. You're
You're on deadly ground there, buddy.
Karam doing his, like, how many left victory pose is really weird in the bowling mode because it really makes it seem like he doesn't know how bowling works.
I think my favorite to do it with is Negan, honestly, because Negan just... Because Negan just still retains his victory quotes when he's doing bowling.
Hope you got your shit.
Yeah.
On. He should be able to say that whenever he gets up to the...
Oh, he does! He does piss in our pants yet?
Yeah. So he's like the most appropriate character because that's some shit they would say in The Big Lebowski.
I think my favorite's like Akuma, where it's like you get a strike, he goes, "Perish, weaklings."
Who does?
Akuma, like he just has like powers around him and goes, "All weaklings must perish."
Yeah, a lot.
He gets really into it. Okay.
Oh, we got 4.
Oh yeah, they still have the water physics too. That's a really nice touch. I forgot about that.
Well, yeah, this game's pretty good.
So if I'm not mistaken, doesn't Marduk still do the "I'm number one"?
I think he does. That one makes sense.
I'm number one.
I love the one in Tekken 5. It's like, "I'm number one. I'm number one."
Yeah, but even in Tekken 7, he still puts the emphasis on the wrong word. It sounds like he's confused.
The problem is he doesn't put any. No, the thing in Tekken 5, he doesn't put any emphasis. He just goes, "I'm number one. I'm number one." Like,
but I mean, you have no. That's what I'm getting at. Like they had the opportunity to fix it, and he still sounds weird because it's like putting the emphasis on the word "number" in the second time he says it. It makes it seem like he's confused. Like really?
Well, I mean,
Instead of being,
at least there's emotion in it, though. Is the thing. Whereas like in Tekken 5, he's just really bored. It's like, "I'm number one." Where he goes, "I'm number one."
But it sounds like he's confused. He doesn't.
I mean, keep in mind this is Marduk. Keep in mind this is Marduk we're talking about here.
Oh,
Marduk's kind of a meathead.
Yeah, he is.
He might look like one, okay, but he is not a caveman.
He is totally a caveman. Even Anna's like, "Ugh, I am not into Neanderthals. Go back to your cage." And when he's going, "Ooh, baby, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You need to get with me, girl." If that's not caveman behavior, I don't know what is.
He didn't say ooga booga.
He did. He was thinking it.
Yeah, he was thinking in his head, like, "Ooh, me unga, you bunga."
Neuron activated.
Yeah, he immediately, the second he sees Anna, he's like, "Neuron
You said that
activated."
the second I got a strike. Yeah, he does. He puts the emphasis on the word "number," and it makes it sound like he's confused. If you're trying to be a wrestler, then you would want to shout one.
He's a Vale-Tudo fighter. He's not meant to be entertaining. He's just meant to beat the shit out of people.
He's a Vale-Tudo.
Yeah, he's not a wrestler at all.
Also, Armor King only being able to use the one like his base outfit in this mode just really makes it look like Armor King came way too well dressed for this occasion.
Ooh, that's pretty bad.
Like, at least Hihachi can wear his regular gi, but nah, dude, Armor King's gotta wear the whole thing. The whole outfit.
The armor stays on during sex.
It probably does, and you probably take somebody's eye out.
I told you I was wearing protection.
Who else? Oh yeah, I actually never used. Negan is very. What? His stats are super middle of the road, B in both. So Negan's not good, and he's not bad.
Yeah, he's optimal for bowling.
Okay, let's see. God, the characters all like smugly smiling when they get ready to bowl is really weird. Like, remember, Miguel gets to smile in this mode.
I think it's just still the best where you get a strike. It's like, keep that up and you'll get yourself killed.
That's his spare, I believe.
No, it's a strike also.
You're just like, keep that up, you get yourself killed, Pids.
It's like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, I love how Moist Critical talked about Steven Seagal. Because he talked about the lightning bolt energy drink.
Which has like the best commercial.
Negan's
ever.
spare animation is him walking away whistling with his bat. Like, where did you get...
Where are you going?
Yeah, exactly. But where did he get Lucille?
Don't worry about it.
Who's gonna take it from him?
But where is it? Did he pull it out of his ass?
It's in his duffel bag.
Easy lemon squeezy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
I still remember
Awesome.
the day when Negan came out. Like, that was the most, like, what the fuck thing ever.
It broke Tekken in a few different places I'm in.
Oh yeah, like I remember that Evo, like everyone.
Wasn't that the one that also gave us that was good ass Tekken? What wasn't it that?
No, that was like a year. That was like I think a year later.
Yeah, a year.
Because that was like when Evo did that stupid prank with like, oh look, let's have the stupid Solid Snake codec.
I'm still mad they even bothered doing that.
It was so weird because I saw right through that and I'm like, this is probably fake. And immediately after that, everyone's like, Jesse, how the fuck were you correct? I'm like, I really don't know. I just kind of saw through it, honestly.
And you were never correct again.
Yeah, there's still other stuff. But no, I think like the reason why I was like suspicious on that, it's like, why would Solid Snake be there where you already have CQC fighters? And it's just like, oh yes, the probability of like Konami licensing Snake out for Tekken.
Jesus, Shag is really hard to use in this mode. I just wanted to see what his spare and strike animations were. Okay, his spare animation is just giving a thumbs up and walking away. If I'm not mistaken, I think Jack's strike animation is him when he beats his chest and falls over.
Probably.
Yeah, it's still one of my favorite victory poses,
Oh, yeah.
or him running at the camera screaming at you. Jack jump scare. Like, Jack literally runs at the camera like a fucking FNAF character.
Yep.
Huh, you can't control Tekken 7 with the stick at all on the Xbox pad, only on the D-pad. Jack 7. I miss Proto Jack. Could have probably been good in this.
He was fine in Tag 2, actually, because they used him to have classic Jack's moveset.
Oh wait, that's kind of funny. When it did the zoom in on Jack, his face doesn't change.
The thing is, Prototype Jack isn't even around anymore, like because it's supposed to be like he was like scrapped in Tekken 2.
Whoops.
Because it's supposed to be like Jack 2 destroyed him at during the event of Tekken 2.
Kind of like Jun.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, even then, like, in his ending, Prototype Jack fucking dies also. Like,
Also, I realized something today. Leroy has Wayne's fighting style, doesn't he?
No, he's not Wong. Yeah, he's not. Wang's Xinye Quan. Wing Chun's a completely different martial art.
Ah.
Yeah, if anything, it's more like Jackie Bryant. Because Jackie Bryant primarily uses Wing Chun and then his Jeet Kune Do.
Man, I can't get a strike with Jack to save my life.
Jack, you have to, like, aim so specifically to get it right.
I do like that he has the unique visor. That's
Oh, yeah.
always kind of cool in this.
Oh,
It
yeah.
has that too.
The only fun thing in this mode, like, no, you can't hit the crowd. You can't hit Dr. Bosnovich anymore.
Oh, Brian, I think has a, I think Brian has the robot HED also.
He does.
Cause I know he had it in, cause I know he has it in Tag Tournament.
You know, a lot more people probably play bowling than the actual game.
Yeah, but still, tag tournament's still really good too. The fuck?
Oh, come on! It blasted every pin except number 7.
Oh yeah, this part where you have to fight that weird mini boss guy who punches the crap out of you.
Yeah, but you can't jump for some reason.
Yeah, this is just meant to teach you how to properly sidestep attacks.
I mean, I know how to sidestep.
Finally!
What?
So what's his strike? Oh, it's him doing the Arnold pose.
You have to sidestep right as he is about to swing on you.
Ah, Jack looks kind of cool under the blacklight mode of the strike. Overcharge.
What?
Let's see. I'm gonna check and see what Brian's were. But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Brian also, like you said, has the aiming reticle.
Yeah, he has the reticle. I think Yoshimitsu also has it too because of his visor.
Who?
Yoshimitsu.
Yeah, he does, and Gigas does. Brian's looks really weird, like it's an actual, like, aiming reticle. Ooh, that
Okay,
was
yeah, we just have to
terrible.
brute force that.
Dustin, Soda, I still hate you for that one clip I have on my PlayStation of you getting that strike by just nudging that one pin.
Right. I believe. Yeah. I think.
Yeah, the day that SharePlay became a thing, me and you share played Tekken to do Tekken Bowl, and you got that strike by nudging your pin slightly, and it was like strike, and I'm like, what?
I paid the ref.
All right.
You get in these things where absolutely blast every pin except one. Oh, why'd you stop?
Oh, me?
Hey, that's what I was thinking of too.
Oh no, it's just the
That's
music.
one of my favorite lines of that joke. Oh yeah, Brian's spare animation is unique to this. They don't reuse one of his victory poses. And I got a strike right after. Okay, what does he do?
I got you, Sonic.
He did his punch combo laugh victory pose. How am I not surprised? Because Brian do laugh.
He do be laughing.
Brian remembers a funny joke.
Brian, when he laughs, he thinks of Baldy McNose hair.
Yes.
No. I'm thinking of that stupid thing from Salty DK Dan. Remember the Joker video, Soda, where he was just like, when you hear a funny joke and you laugh. God, Shaheen's cool, but I think he's like the one character that was like a newcomer to this game that barely had anything to do in the story.
Wait, who are you talking about again?
Shaheen.
Shaheen.
Was
Oh yeah,
was
Shaheen did
in the story
nothing.
mode at all?
Shaheen did fuck all, yeah.
Oh yeah, he did nothing.
He's
Yeah,
got
he
a
literally-
he's got an
I-
interesting premise.
I've never heard anyone talk about that character.
Honestly, that's the problem with Tekken 7 newcomers. They do fuck all. Like, Gigas does fuck all, too. Let's not kid ourselves. Same with Katarina and Gigas. They do nothing. Like, the only newcomer... Like, Lucky Chloe
like
barely
that's
does
like-
anything, too. Like, Lucky Chloe kind of does fuck all, too.
I feel
Lucky
like the
Chloe had
problem
her
with
own
base
story arc.
newcomers, because most of the DLC.
Like, the Tekken 7 newcomers
are
aren't
not
bad,
fuck
but they just
all.
do fuck all.
Well, yeah, because the fucking story mode didn't use them.
Yeah, and it's like... Because the thing is, like, what I like about Tekken 5 is that you have, like, the interludes with everybody.
The only one who got any screen time was Akuma.
And even then, he's not
Akuma
even a
was
Tekken
literally
newcomer.
part
He's
of
a
the
Street
story.
Fighter character.
Yeah, he's somehow canon to it now.
He's literally important to the lore. That's the crazy part. Like, he's literally canon.
Akuma is the key to everything. If you get Akuma working, then everything else
I
will.
can't get over the fact that Kuma is literally canon. to
Also,
Tekken.
also that means that Akuma is literally the end-all be-all of like fighting game character because he wants to fight the strongest warrior to satisfy his hunger for battle, but then he basically, if you think about it, you could say that he arguably called the Street Fighter cast a bunch of bitches if he had to go to a whole nother IP to find a worthy
technically it's
opponent.
because he owes, you know.
Yeah, but I love
Heihachi's
Akuma's
about
like.
some big depth.
Akuma clearly wants to
remember,
fight
like,
Paul
what
Phoenix because Paul Phoenix is the strongest in the
That's what
universe.
pisses me off.
They don't tell us what it is. It's the crazy part. Like,
Yeah. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
why
I
the
owe
fuck
her
are
a
you
lot.
here
Here's
again?
the thing: how are they gonna get around Akuma not being in Tekken 8, but still mention like Kazumi's dead?
well, technically Heihachi is probably will be dead anyway.
Well, yeah, Heihachi's gonna be dead, but Kazuya's gonna be like,
better.
okay, but it's still one of those things you gotta think about.
He'll probably. be in Tekken 8, let's be honest.
It's like the multiverse of madness. It turns out that happened in a whole other timeline.
Oh my god.
Oh wow, that was
I could actually see them pulling that kind of crap in Tekken, man. They could straight up do like what they did in Mortal Kombat 11
Yeah,
Aftermath,
'cause the
where they just reset the
timeline isn't-
universe.
just
It's a timeline that
Tekken with
Tekken's
time
always
travel.
been
No,
doing.
thank you.
Yes.
They have actually.
Yes.
Well, no.
Yes. Dude, let me have Prime Heihachi from Tekken Tag Tournament 2,
Fucking
please.
time travel. Do you really want time travel to be like an actual canon
Yes!
part of Tekken's story?
Yes.
I don't know. Like after
This
Tekken
story's
7
already
story mode,
trash. I
I
guess it
really
can't
feel
get
like
worse.
I don't want to see them attempt the time travel story because that's just gonna be a
At this point,
mess.
they're gonna fucking do it.
This is gonna be like, okay, what the? It's like, fucking, who? Like, okay, what starts the thing? Does like, Kazuya have to send himself back in time or something?
Yes. It's just the ending from Tekken 5.
Yeah, Zayu starts it all. Okay,
Yeah, Zhao Yu goes back in time. That ends up being canon.
yeah. What is that gonna make? Paul fighting aliens canon? It better not.
Yes.
It better fucking not.
She goes back in time with Paul, and he'll be like, "Okay, I just gotta fight these aliens first."
I hate all of you. We are not. There will never be Paul fighting aliens be
Stinking
canon.
Aliens! Hurry up so I can get back to my own timeline.
Yeah, and it turns out like the new character is an alien.
Yeah, we better not have a new character be an alien. I swear to God, if we get a new character that's
Is
a
it a
fucking
hot
alien.
alien babe or a freaky alien?
Like
guy,
again,
or
they brought the aliens back in Tekken 6.
They didn't. The alien. Paul never fought the aliens.
maybe it's a freaky alien.
They're in the story
girl, who
mode.
knows?
I don't believe you.
No, don't drown.
No, they are. There are a bunch of aliens in the story mode.
So
You can just find them as like secret unlockables.
are we sure that the characters canonically fight aliens?
Yes, you can canonically make anyone in that game fight aliens.
Could be fake.
See, I don't know what people are talking about. This is clearly like the best Tekken story mode because you can have everyone fight aliens.
I swear they're doing this to fuck me. They just gotta have Paul fight aliens because they just don't know what to do with him.
Again, again.
They
don't.
haven't known what to do with Paul and
They don't know what to do with
Freddy.
anybody.
Wake up and
Not.
accept
They don't even know what to do with Heihachi sometimes. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually pretty simple what the debt was. I found it easily. Okay, so apparently Kazumi and Akuma had crossed paths at one time, and she found him near dead in a forest, and she basically nursed him back to health, and then saved his life essentially.
like a
before
he
he
became
became,
told us.
juice.
but apparently before he became fully possessed, but he still remembered the
He's
death.
not possessed.
He gave
makes
Go-
no fucking sense, though. Like,
she
they're
gave
two
him she gave
different
Akuma.
Akuma isn't even possessed. That would be Oni. Akuma's like perfectly in control of who he is.
Yeah.
Like Akuma only being possessed was like some weird
The
censorship
fact that
kept.
Akuma remembers to even do that death literally shows he's in control. Because if it was Oni, he would just not give a care about anything.
Well, like when he was still relatively like normal.
Well, not even when he was normal looking at that point, because he immediately is like, "Yeah, we're gonna go give into the Hado now."
I love the Dark Hado. I love killing.
The second Akuma drank the lean, he was never the same.
Oh boy, I do sure love killing.
I just love killing.
The second Akuma had his kelp shake, he was never the same.
The kelp shake. Yeah, just run forward at that point.
Yeah.
Actually, remember the secret pathway. Good, great, awesome, outstanding, amazing. Bro,
Got grinded.
how'd you die?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, if you want to get that ring, you can also just dash back from that platform, but you won't be able to see where you are because the camera angle is fixed, which is kind of stupid. I never liked that red ring for that reason.
Okay,
Man.
here we have a combat section, but it's really easy to do because all you have to do is just simply hit them once and they die. No health bars,
Dude, watching
finally.
you play this game makes you want to replay it. It's so much fun to look at.
It's just like,
Also play.
it's just this game is just everything like people just want it really, and I like it.
Fine
It's-
to go
it's
to
just a
Subway
fun
and play
game.
a thing or a hedgehog.
Yeah, it's just it's just a really good game. Honestly, it's just I feel like this game
It's
having
just
a
a
hate
fun
them honestly
side
is
game.
just really fucking stupid now.
It's crazy how people just.
Like people, I feel like people seriously bitch too much about this game, and I think honestly a lot of it is just like too much nostalgia for the adventure titles. And I mean, I like Adventure 2 a lot. Adventure 2 is a really good game. Do not get me wrong. I'd probably argue Adventure 2 is probably like one of my favorite games of all time. But I do feel like some of it is just nostalgia specifically to Adventure 2.
No, Sonic, don't die. No, get the bubble. Okay.
Like, you dying is not part of my plan.
Sonic, you dying isn't
It
base.
said Sega every time Sonic is begged for death.
I love those Barracuda enemies.
Oh,
Too bad they don't appear too often here. Sonic, no, you're so close.
That could be
Yeah!
weird out of context.
Gotcha!
Of course you would think that negatively. Come on now. Nobody was thinking about
I wasn't until he put it in my mind.
You are the corruptor, bro.
Come on, step it up!
Come on, step it up!
it up. You got a lame D, you suck.
The only thing we're really dreading is playing Forces because that game is poo-poo.
Man, running past all those fish put me in the mood for sushi. I doubt Eggman.
You have to make your OC, though.
Yeah, we get to make our OC and make him the toughest in the universe, but why would I want to do that? We gotta make Cold Steel, okay? Too bad we can't make Sonichu.
He needs the gamer hat.
Yeah, the problem is you have to unlock that shit. I'm buying the I'm buying the DLC. We're gonna make him Joker.
Order a clobbering.
Might as well at least pretend to play a good game.
So somebody ordered an extra large.
One flaw I will admit of the bosses especially is that
Almost
They're
all the
kinda
bosses feel
clones of each
mindless so
other.
far.
They're opposite clones of one another. Because you have the two clones. that
Yeah,
speak
like,
common and
they're just reusing
Fire
boss
Fire.
fights at this point too.
I feel as though
It's
that's
like
the
it's like a
only real
SNES
point
game
of
where they
most
like
games.
where they have like where they have another boss, but they're like just recolored.
This boss does have a slightly different gimmick though, so there is that at least. I do like how orchestral the drowning theme is in this game. Like, oh no, Sonic!
Like, go for it.
You actually can't break it with that.
I still love that stupid joke that was just, all's well that ends well, right? Till several people are dead.
Yeah.
Tails, there are dozens that are deceased. The town will probably never be
It's
the
how
same
fucking
again.
upbeat he is when he says that. That gets me.
I mean, in all fairness, that was a mistranslation, and that has like pretty much like Sonic Adventure does not have the best ADR.
What
Because
is
I think it's like
ADR?
according to Ryan Drummond, the voice director didn't really have the best grasp of the English language.
Oh,
Could have fooled me.
And I think it was like,
This guy is a switch.
and I think it was like according to him also like most of the actors didn't have context for the lines either.
yeah.
So it's like for All's Well That Ends Well, it's like, okay, yeah, I think All's Well That Ends Well. Okay, that seems like an innocuous line.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, all those ends well.
All's Well That Ends Well, okay.
Oh my god. I
That
love
was
the idea.
too on point.
Yeah, okay, looks like the city's destroyed, but I did everything right. I never failed the mission.
But it looks like the best summary of what Kazumi's debt was to Akuma was she basically saved his ass, and in a very unexplained way. He had to do his
nursed
wounds,
him.
so he didn't die at some point, and he remembered that.
She nursed him back to health and gave him chicken.
Again, the
tenders
problem is
and
they
juice.
barely explained it.
No, they explained what he was supposed to do plenty. That she knew what was going to happen in the future, so kind of set up a failsafe in the event
Well-
that stuff got out of hand. She was just like, kill them.
Mr.
love
Electric,
this part.
kill them!
Yeah, if you hit the boss with the drill, it just instantly sends him to the next phase. Because otherwise, you have to hit him a couple times. I really love that about this game. Like, there's an incentive to actually use the power ups and whatnot. No, Sonic, please don't die.
Oos! I think by the end of the week we'll have Big Seagal won't be there for it. Well, so get used to seeing him while you can, everybody.
Yeah.
No more Seagal.
Bowser, don't let him press.
I'm just a Chungus, a humble Chungus. A lowly
I'm just a Chungus. Just a lowly, lowly Chungus.
Big Chungus,
We need, what is his band gonna cover the Big Chungus song?
I do kind of hate how this boss literally runs away from you.
Alright, we got him. Oos!
Again, the best song
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
like, all
Yeah,
good
you
Sonic bosses, they run
literally
away
two
from
shots
you.
the boss if you hit him with that. It's so funny. You can also speed up the drill too, so it makes it even easier. I love his death animation too. It just flies off into the background. You got a B for based. Sonic is based.
Sonic is based.
Oh my god,
Why
I
did
think
they
I've
give me
got
2
Touch It
trophies?
Upper. Whoops.
Oh yeah, this means you're gonna get to play my favorite world, Asteroid Coaster. With the best normal track in the game, with the best normal level track in the game that's not Planet Wisp.
If Tails had bad sushi, shouldn't he be like bedridden? Like bad fish can like really fuck with you.
Wait, Tails has poopy diarrhea.
No, it's not poopy diarrhea at that point. It's more like, oh god, you are probably going to be fucking dead.
Sonic, I have food poisoning. I'm going to
collapse any minute now.
Sonic, I got poopy diarrhea.
Sonic, I got food poisoning.
Oh yeah, I love this stage by the way. The theme, the visuals, this level's great.
Sonic, I ate the sushi. I have contracted a disease.
I hate the DS version of this stage though because it's so hard.
Just
Like,
Tails goes,
this is the-
Sonic, I got a disease.
So you know how you actually get to pick your levels in this game?
Yeah.
In the DS version, you actually have to unlock this by doing all the other ones. And when you do, it's the hardest level in the game next to the final one. And like a lot of my game overs came from this level in the DS version. Here it's not too bad.
Man, this is actually really
It's
cool.
just not it's not super hard, but it's not like really that easy per se. Also,
I feel
DS
kind of bad I
version
never
you
played
get
this at the
here
time, but that's
is
because I think
really
around
cool.
this time, like, this is also when Super Mario Galaxy 2 was out, and I bought that instead. Which was not a bad regret, because that game was actually pretty decent. I do think the first Mario Galaxy is a better game, but Mario Galaxy 2 was pretty good.
I really prefer Black Hole over Frenzy to be honest, but Black Hole would probably make the system lag so badly on the Wii because the DS could barely handle it.
Loop-de-loop.
I love hard rock in my Asteroid Rock stage.
Yeah, we gotta have some rock and roll in Sonic. It's Sonic, you gotta have some rock and roll. It's not Sonic without rock and roll. Having Sonic without rock and roll is like having peanut butter without the peanut. Or the butter.
If you take that Asteroid Coaster that you didn't take before you got to this part, it would actually loop you back around if I remember correctly. And also give you a red ring too, but I forget fully. Hey Sonic, what are you doing? Good, great, awesome, outstanding, amazing!
Okay. I see what I had to do there. I have to help me get back that asteroid.
No, he fell in the green goop.
I thought I could make the jump.
Nickelodeon goop.
I got cocky there. I thought I could make the jump.
Overconfidence is a slow and
Jump!
insidious
He didn't
sport.
jump!
Dash! That's all you gotta do. Dash! I need to pull up that video again at some point. Oh yeah, this part is really cool.
Oh, damn it.
Me when they tell me Mug's not on the menu. This level's so cool.
Oh yeah, it is. It really is. It's good. It's a good final level.
I feel like Jesse's at the point where he's expecting some really crappy level gimmick to get to him, but he's like so pleasantly surprised this stream.
Oh yeah, because it's Sonic Colors. It's one of those games that you really can't get that mad about.
Yeah.
It's like there's no like notably difficult level that's gonna be like the absolute reputation.
Yeah. Oh yeah, now you can, if you ever need to go back and unlock some stuff in other levels, you finally have every Wisp unlocked, which is nice.
Yeah, that's kind of a big reason why I'm not really focusing too much on ranks. I want to have like all the Wisps unlocked if I were to go for the ranks.
Yeah, ranks are something you do last. It's just reflexing anyway. The main
Yeah.
part is just to get all the wisps so you can unlock all the other stuff that's like the optional routes and all that.
I love Link!
This power up is pretty fun to use though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Where's my
Like there's no Eggman land in this game. Oh fuck. I overshot that. What the?
Yeah, the thing is too, it's like the final level of the game too is like really, really fast anyway. It's like one straight shot to the end. And it's also probably my favorite level in the game.
Hey, really quick, what Tekken gave us the Among Us ending?
6.
Tekken 6, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Kazuya was
Hihachi's goofy ass face.
Kazuya was ejected.
Kazuya was not the imposter.
He was
I still love that he ended up killing himself too. Also, he's wearing space sandals.
Oh yeah, if you get in front of those things and they pop out, it'll kill you instantly. It's so funny. Sonic just gets sent flying off screen.
He's wearing sandals on his space suit.
Okay, I seriously have to ask, why is Tails always just taking me right where I died? Did I activate like an easy mode by complete accident or something?
They took out the lives, remember?
Yeah, and freaking Gonry is just sitting there. Julia.
Cage just is badass.
I feel like they kind of missed an opportunity though that he's not like scratching himself. Like kind of funny if he was like scratching
Oh
his
yeah, I
ass cheek
forget.
or something.
He technically has double jump in this game.
I think Tekken
What
5 had
the
the best intro.
Tekken 5
Yeah,
intro
right,
is
that's
really
the
good.
best endings.
How'd you get so
Intro.
Well, Tekken 5 does have some good endings. You have Jin's ending, which is pretty menacing and foreboding.
What the heck?
The only real bad ending in Tekken 5 is Paul's ending.
Did it make this level way
That doesn't feel
jankier
like
in
a
the
good one. What the
remake
fuck?
or something?
No, I think this is just me being an idiot.
No, because I played this level a bunch as a kid. I don't remember.
Oh wait, no, this is a
being
2D
like-
section, but Sonic's moving in 3D. Yeah, something's not right.
Yeah, I think this game just get. I think this game.
I think this spot. I think this spot
wonky
is
at
probably like
certain
ported
transitional
incorrectly.
points. Sonic, no!
Sonic.
Also, I'm kind of sad Jack doesn't have that in this, as an attack. That explosion.
So you'd be like Android 16?
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
What the fuck?
Hihachi Mishima is dead.
Okay, I'm not gonna.
It's really hard to get mad at Sonic Colors. 2 minutes.
Okay, I think this is probably a porting issue. What is this? We're restarting that.
No, that never happened. to
We
me
found a
in
glitch,
version.
dudes. We found a fucking glitch.
That is a glitch.
Yeah, it
That
is a glitch because
I have
keep in mind
never
this
had that happen
this
to me.
port is a little unstable. We found a glitch. Okay, I'm gonna make a quick disclaimer. I'm not trying to be like an Ego Raptor. I'm not trying to like find anything to hate about this game. I'm really not.
I mean, it's just an innocent.
Yeah, that just
way of
fucking
finding
happened.
out
Like that is a freak
It
accident.
just happens. Cause like this level was actually going pretty alright, and then you get to the transitional part, and then it gets kind of weird.
I figured out what
It's like the
happened.
momentum
It
gets
thought I
weird
was in
after
3D mode. The glitch happened. I figured out what the glitch was. I was in. For some reason, the game put me in 3D mode instead of 2D mode.
Oh.
Yeah, it was the because
Because
here's
that's
the thing,
clearly
you
supposed to
get
be
up that
2D
ramp
mode.
Part, it goes into 3D, so it might have just mistakenly
There we
put
go.
in the 3D space right here, and then
Yeah. When it mistook, it went into a glitch thinking I was supposed to be in 3D mode.
I
That was
never seen
weird,
that glitch
but
happen, so that's
hey,
definitely probably
it only happened that one time. It's
Yeah.
just a freak accident.
Yeah, it's just like it just that's the first time for everything for me because I've never seen that happen.
Again, this might be just something that's exclusive to the port. Because keep in mind, this port is known to have some glitch, some
it's
issues.
still pretty buggy even with the patches.
I'd still say this is an alright way to play the game for
Yeah.
sure. Like, it just if for accessibility alone. Like, it's not
That's
like
like the
DX, where
only
DX
glitch
does
we've
it. I would say
seen so
DX
far
is probably buggier than this, but even then, DX is still like. It's like, if it's your only option, it's an alright option, but nowadays you can get the PC, you can run the PC version on anything and use the Dreamcast correction mod. So it's
And
still
this is
like,
like the only glitch you've actually seen too.
yeah.
So
It's like, I've noticed some, like, frame rate performance, but it's like, but it's like so minute, I didn't really bother complaining about it. Oh shit, that was my bad.
no, got bumped off screen. It just looks so funny when he dies because of that. His sprite just kind of.
Then I've also mentioned that Eggman's intercoms are a lot more quiet on this version.
Yeah.
But it's not like a severe deal breaker for me personally. It's like, hey, I still get to play the game. That's fine.
There's a little bit of flavor texting.
It's like, yeah, you lose a little bit of flavor, but it's like at the end of the day, like my big thing is, can I play the game? And if I can just play the game and have a good time, that's all that matters.
They really do show how goofy Eggman can be off, like just trying to.
But we do. That means we lose the. It does mean we lose the Crazy Taxi reference, which is kind of shitty.
Wait, what we do?
Oh, they did. They removed the crazy.
Well, no. It's not. No, it's not. No, what I mean is like we aren't gonna hear it easily because it's muffled.
Oh, okay.
So we might have missed it. Is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, that's a trap, actually.
Yeah, I see that now.
Oh,
It's supposed to be a trap. That way you don't run out. That way you don't just go running blindly. Be standing outside your house with a baseball bat. It's also a trap.
I love that. I love that.
Oh, yeah, Miiverse is the
Miiverse was
best.
so unhinged.
Miiverse is just—it's something we're never gonna have another Miiverse.
We're
Whether
never
it's
gonna have something that.
for better or for worse, you be the judge. Personally, I'd say for the better because Miiverse was pure unadulterated cringe.
There was no like good actual mods on there. So.
Isn't there like a website that archived like
Yeah.
all of the best?
Yeah,
of
there
the,
are Miiverse archives out there. Absolutely. No, I'm talking
Yeah,
about
there are
like
a
there's
bunch
never
of
gonna be like a new
archives.
equivalent to Miiverse. Is what I'm trying to say.
Where's Marduk headbutting the guy? Is that 4?
That's 4, yeah.
Don't bother
Getting up.
His voice in this game is so weird.
Oh yeah,
I'll
Tekken
be
4.
back in a few
Tekken
minutes.
4 has like really weird voice acting for the English characters.
Also, that shrimp of a guy is the guy that was the reigning champ.
Yeah, he's like the current champion of Baltudo. And he's like, just come on, Marduk, fight me. It's like, dude, this guy's like gigantic. He's clearly not interested. He's doing you a favor. Like, just walk away.
Literally double your size.
And like, Marduk is a fucking mountain of a man. Like, he is a fucking wall of meat.
Mr. Meaty.
Yes, indeed. He is truly a Oh, shit. There we go. Now the thing's locked onto me.
I mean, it's still pretty impactful though, because like, that's the only thing Marduk says in that victory.
Don't bother getting up.
Dude, I want this tiger print like suit that Heihachi wears in Tekken 4. I want that to be an outfit for him to wear in like these newer games.
I think it was... Well, not the type. No, it is an outfit in 7.
Is it?
Yeah, it's one of his alternates.
Also, I like that Geese's trailer. It's just unlocked from the get-go.
Man, the spike feels so much easier to control in this version. There are generations that control like a bitch. I I think it's like also the one Sonic game that uses the gimmicks properly because it uses them for power-ups.
The world is too big for you to control. I remember the FGC exploded.
Oh yeah, dude, when
Geese
Geese
got
was announced,
revealed.
that was like super fucking hype.
Plus, Richard Epcar. I think I've stated that a lot, but man, no, was it Richard Epcar who was Geese's voice in this?
I have no idea.
Yeah, Richard Epcar said Geese.
Like, they still reuse some of his sound effects from the Japanese actor. But because Tekken primarily wants the characters dubbed in their native tongue, then yeah, he'd be able to speak English. Cowards be gone. Now, really quick though, like freaking, like Heihachi and the Mishima Zaibatsu were basically arms dealers, right?
They're
What was
never-
Geese's whole deal?
No, Geese is a police commissioner.
Geese?
Yeah, Geese is police commissioner.
I thought he was strictly the head of a crime family.
He is. Police commissioner's his front.
Where's that art of Heihachi riding a horse? There it is. Riding a horse like a Dynasty Warriors.
Oh god, that's right. Hell yeah.
Here we go. Hashtag boner games. Something about the Tag Tournament 2 intro is just so hype.
It is. It is a really good. I think it helps. It's like for me, it's like, oh, we get to hear the Tekken Tag 1 intro again, which is cool.
Also, I'm so confused about how this first interaction between the cab driver and Jinpachi was. Jinpachi not in the taxi beforehand? Because he's just like, oh, good evening, sir. Where to? Like, did Jinpachi just kind of manifest in this guy's car?
I think the guy just never bothered to talk to him because he's just Jinpachi. He just has like this massive amount of demonic energy.
Thousands of aliens.
Don't worry.
Also, the animation of Asuka and Lily in this intro is weird. Like, what the fuck are they doing?
You have to excuse me, buddy. I have a
Wasting screen time like Lily.
Come on, Sonic, destroy the crypto mine.
Also, kind of cool that the first two pairs you see are actually some, relative sideline characters. Relatively.
This is gonna be like really weird to watch like 3 years from now with
Nina-
that joke.
Nina, Anna, Raven, and Kunimitsu. This intro really doesn't even focus on, like, mainstay characters. Like the
Nina's a
Mishimas
mainstay.
at all. Like, the Mishimas don't really show up in this intro until, like, the very last bit.
I mean, Nina's a mainstay, dude.
Huh?
She's been in every game.
Not what I mean. Like, the main the primary focus. So
Well,
it's
they
really
were-
nice to see these other characters get, like, some spotlight.
They were missing one important character that deserved the spotlight the most.
Who?
Paul Phoenix.
Also, Angels, oh, there it is, hashtag boner games. That fucking gif, man, gets me every time I see it.
It's just, I think it's like also because like One Angry Gamer, like when Mortal Kombat 11 was like, hey, we're gonna make some slightly more Chaz costumes. He was like, no, we must preserve boner culture.
Also, I am so confused. Is Angel canon to the games?
Yeah, she's in Tekken. She's Tekken 2.
Two, okay.
Yeah, because Devil's the final boss of that, and they were like, instead of just simply deciding to do a Devil Palette swap, they decided to make Angel a thing. She's supposed to be like Kazuya's good side, for a quick explanation.
Kazuya has a good side?
It's supposed to be like what's left of... It's supposed to be like after he encountered June, he felt conflicted. And like a good side manifested in Angel. Like it's supposed to be like according to Angel's profile, it's supposed to be like, those that see Kazuya sometimes see the shadow of a devil, others see the shadow of an angel.
It turns out, though, that she's just an alien.
Bring it on, you aliens! I'll fight you all!
Considering that we just had something broadcast, I do feel a little insulted that's not how we broadcast the aliens. Just come on, broadcast the message. It's like, come on, bring it on,
Yeah,
aliens.
broadcast that ending.
Yeah, just broadcast it.
Time, any place.
Bring it on, you alien. Yeah, that way we can fight them in Tekken.
And then, like, actual freaking Devil Kazuya shows up out of the UFO. Like, the aliens just look like Devil.
Oh, everyone's like, oh look, we're about to finally find out about UFOs, and I'm like, you're not gonna find anything out, guys. Like, remember that last year?
What?
Where everyone was like getting super hype about like the Pentagon finally gonna reveal stuff about UFOs, and like, hey, we don't know what these are. And they thought we were gonna find out about aliens and shit.
Oro.
It's
Yeah,
like,
that was good.
and I'm just like, you guys really think we're gonna learn about aliens now? We don't know shit about anything. It's like, we barely know everything about our own solar system still. Like, we finally got a good, clear photo of, like, Pluto, like, what, 2 years ago? And we know Pluto existed since, like, what, the 1930s?
Yeah.
Granted, that's also just due to...
It's also really fucking far away, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just simply putting this into perspective. Because of how, like I was about to say, it's like, granted, yeah, technology evolved as, like, we have better means for, you know, learning about our universe nowadays. But I'm just simply bringing that up. It's like, you expect us to know about aliens? We finally just learned more about Pluto recently. It's like, how the hell do you expect us to know about aliens from probably a distant galaxy?
We still think Uranus is funny.
Because it is. Uranus jokes will never die.
And I still love that freaking headline that was just like, there's a gas leak on Uranus.
They better watch out for the Klingons near Uranus.
They actually changed that name in 2080.
It's now Eurectum.
Eurectum. Here, let me point you to it.
It doesn't even help that the pronunciation of Uranus is better, because it's still, you're still gonna get a snicker or two with that.
I prefer just saying Uranus and just cutting out the middleman.
Yeah, I just pronounce it as Uranus because it's what it is.
Yeah.
You're always gonna have someone making a stupid joke at this point.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't a Pluto as a planet debate.
Yeah.
I love how people are still trying to fight that too.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, like, I kind of see what it's like. It's one of those things. It's like when you really research the designation of dwarf planets, it actually makes more sense. Ah, damn it. Gotcha.
Oh, I come back. You're already on the boss?
I'm not on the boss yet.
Oh. No. I'm dumb. The boss is the copy of the asteroid. Of the
There we go.
copy of the ship boss. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, that means tomorrow we get to do Generations, dudes.
Oh, what'd you say?
We get to do Generations tomorrow, dudes. I'm real excited for that, because I hadn't played that. I'm trying to remember when was the last time I actually sat down and fully played that. Maybe high school? So I get to play. I definitely know I'm gonna be able to replay it with fresh eyes, which is exciting.
I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna try this one more time, but then I gotta head out. I got an early day.
Yeah, holy.
Yeah,
cow.
because I found out that
Falkura.
Falkuram has a secondary rage drive, but
All right, we made it to the boss fight.
I'm impressed. You've been blasting through colors faster than I ever thought you.
Sonic, they're not your friends. You barely know them.
Rage drive 2 during rage.
That slime in the background reminds me way too much of the Nickelodeon slime.
Yeah, I said that earlier.
Sonic Trinity for Nick Picks. Oh my god, I'm old.
Rocky Balboa.
We need to have Pick-Boy playable in the Nickelodeon All Stars.
Yes.
Come on.
This boss may have.
Pick-Boy would be like such a
matchup.
good pull, actually.
This boss may be a clone of the one from before, but it's got a pretty cool design. Actual, you're about to see. Also, a really cool thing about this boss is that you can rip it apart piece by piece, so it can only use.
So you're
certain
telling me I can tear it apart brick by brick? Awesome.
Yeah, it like you aren't required to take apart like every single piece of the boss, but it also does give you list power-ups too that you can use for it. I think. I forget which one though.
Oh my god!
Oh damn. Look at Sonic fly!
What the heck? That's not supposed to one-shot you. And
I didn't have any rings.
Oh.
Yeah, I got hit beforehand, then I got hit again. And remember, the one rule of Sonic is if he doesn't have rings.
I didn't. It was just you got hit so fast I didn't get to see you. Oh yeah, this.
Yeah, I got Rocket.
They say giving you Rocket for this specific boss until much later, because in the original it's like you actually get Void, which is basically Black Hole, for this specific boss. And if you kill the boss with Void, Void just sucks up this boss in its entirety, and you get a really cool ending post for it. It's like one of those things I really love about the game. It's just so funny how the colors can like two-shot most bosses if you get them. Granted, it's like pretty optional, but yeah.
I do like where they actually allow that, like where it's like, hey, you get to, if you think outside the box, you can like destroy the bosses a little bit quicker. I do like that. It's something
Yeah,
I like how they reward you
nice
for
for
creative
speed, right?
thinking, which is something that's cool to have.
Yeah.
Ow. Rocket!
Gotcha.
It's over.
Oos.
And just like that.
Nothing like a good workout.
Oh, you get to move on to my favorite level in the game now.
That was almost difficult.
Sonic, you did it!
You did nothing, Tails.
Thanks. Hey, we both deserve some kind of reward.
I'm sure glad we did this together, Sonic.
I did all the work, you lazy bastard.
You know, less
it's like fucking Leonard Nimoy did more in the Simpsons episode than you ever did, Tails.
Once the power went off, Locke's vanished. I hope Yak is okay.
I cut the big one, baby.
And I like how they're like, I hope Yakker's okay. I want there to be a cutaway with just Eggman shooting Yakker with a revolver.
Who?
The wisp they befriended, the one that called him Baldy McNosehair.
Oh yeah.
Have Eggman just shoot him and go, that's the last time you call me Baldy McNosehair.
Just shoots him.
Yeah,
And
just
the thing
shoots
is, like,
him.
the first shot doesn't even kill him, so he's just shooting him like twice.
He just shoots him several times. It's like, why would you die?
We did it, Tails. We saved the planets.
Sweet! The tractor beam's gone.
This cutscene is really cool, though.
I'm pretty sure there were that many planets right near the Earth. I think there'd be some weird gravitational effect.
Probably not. They're not close enough for that to happen.
They're close enough to where, like, they're attached to a space elevator that's close enough to Earth.
Unfortunately, surely nothing bad will happen now, right, Tails? We won. We beat Eggman. Can use the wisdom.
Oh no, I'd have to look into the astronomy of that.
Oh no, wait. That was me.
Good point. Either way, we can get out of this crazy place and go home.
I'm not gonna lie, I really kind of wish they did have the cameo thing that the DS version has, because it does feel kind of empty when it's only just Sonic and Tails.
But considering like how,
Hey,
like,
I'm sorry.
never mind.
Like, it just feels a little bit empty. Like,
I
there's
do
no
feel like this.
reference
What makes this game really work well? There's no alternate play styles like that. Just really mesh poorly with the game. It's just pure Sonic from
You
start
just
to
have the
end.
whisk gimmick and that's it. And like, even then it's not that. Oh yeah, time for my favorite level in the game. That's Time Trials mode. It's pretty fun. It's also how you get all the emeralds.
I do like how also Eggman's the big bad through and through too.
Yeah.
Considering Eggman is probably one of my favorite gaming villains. So that's very obvious if you look at my username.
You want to know something really cool? I'll point it out after a certain moment in this cutscene because it's really cool. And it's also something that's kind of been annoying me about this story, like ever since I first played it, because it's technically a massive plot hole.
The only complaint I have is Eggman doesn't have the sandwich.
Yeah.
0 out of 10 game, no sandwich.
Where's the sandwich?
That sandwich did not need to be that realistically rendered.
Where's the brood?
Oh, I see why some of these cutscenes are darker. Like, I was like wondering, why are these cutscenes a little darker? I'm like, oh wait. It's mainly, I think it's either...
They changed the... They weren't this dark in the original version. So
It's mainly, I think it's mainly just like to prevent potential seizures is the thing. Like where it's like with Mega Man X4 and the collection, they'll like darken some of the cutscenes.
Let me talk about that. You see right there, that explosion?
Yeah.
In the DS version, they foreshadowed it. First boss of the DS version, when you kill it, a piece of its arm flies off and gets lodged into the cannon. Which is the reason why it causes it to malfunction like this. But that's not in the Wii version, so you don't understand why that specific part explodes, so it's technically a plot hole in the Wii version.
I mean, at the same time, considering how simple this game's plot is, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, it's not a big deal, it's just something
Yeah.
that's always kind of bugged me. Well, I guess because I played the DS version first, then the Wii version.
Okay, that joke actually really got a good chuckle out of me.
Yeah. I do like Orbot and Cubot's dynamic.
Like, that was a pretty funny joke. I'll give it that.
I still think again, like the best joke with Cubot and Orbot was from Sonic Boom cartoon, where Sonic quit being a hero for the episode, and Cubot and Orbot were telling Eggman, it's like, so you're gonna do a plan to take over the village now. He's like, no, that's what everyone would expect me to do.
It's like, I definitely feel like a comedic tone can work for Sonic, but I feel like I just think they could just use better writers sometimes.
Yeah.
Which is
and
worth
then he's
bringing.
just like,
Oh,
and then
you're my
Orbot's
favorite
just like,
level now.
ah yes, do nothing. Truly, this is
Terminal
why you're
velocity.
feared beyond. You're feared across the land.
This is also my favorite act song in the game coming up because it fits the mood so well. And this level is technically like a final exam level because it brings back multiple elements of other levels.
Eggman doesn't have hair. There's no receding hair.
This isn't joke time. This is running to the space elevator time.
Sorry, couldn't help myself.
Great, now they ruined it with a crappy joke.
Alright.
But yeah, honestly, the writing's just more passable. Like, everyone acts like the writing in this game's so god-awful. It's like, again, there's definitely some real clunkers in here, don't get me wrong.
And this final level is so much better than Eggman Land 2.
Oh,
because it
absolutely.
doesn't last
I mean,
for
honestly,
a
most of
year.
this game is just... Again, like, this game definitely takes what worked in Unleashed and actually genuinely built on it, which is why I was simply, like, made it clear, like Extra Paradigm Gamer did a good job talking about Unleashed, where he kind of merely mentioned it's mostly first game syndrome.
Also, I want to talk about the fact that when I first played this level as a kid, I was like blown away by how good it looked.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like you get this huge dynamic view and you're racing literally down all the way to Mobius. So
Well,
it's
that's
like,
Earth.
holy
Keep in mind,
crap.
Mobius is the American canon.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I was just being that one guy like, actually,
Actually, it's not Mobius. It's only.
actually, it's Mobius, and his name is Robotnik, not Baldy McNosehair.
Oh look, look at these guys. Remember them? Also, the song is excellent.
Oh, yeah, the music in this game's pretty good.
Also, you can cause some funny visual glitches if you bounce off like the springs at a certain angle when you do it. Oh, time for your favorite robot.
Baldy
Remember him?
McNosehairland.
Baldy McNosehair is like that one is like the definition of a joke time. To be honest, it's kind of so bad it's amusing at the same time.
I love the he clobbered you. It's clobbering time. Oh yeah, the only problem with this level is that there's no checkpoint, so you have to do it all in one go. But it's
I'm
not
fine with that
bad.
actually, because that means I can actually have some decent boost when I actually have to fight that dude.
Yeah. The thing is too is like this level is a straight shot though to make up for that.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not really a drag. Also, it's really funny when you have Super Sonic and you do that one mini boss part because you can just literally just let the auto scroll roll and the boss will just stand behind you and he'll constantly try to smack you, but he won't do any damage because it's Super Sonic. So it's like, who are you hidden, pal? It's like Geno's trying to punch Saitama and not doing it. The funny part is that what you can see of Tropical Resort in the background is also just a JPEG background.
Oh yeah, you can just tell like the jump to HD makes it more obvious.
Yeah, it's way more obvious in HD version. You have to look for. And also really love this part because they just reuse everything after you again.
No, damn it.
Man, I swear that guy is your enemy. He really.
It's probably like the only issue I have with the game, but it's not really enough to piss me off. Is the thing that says something a lot about this game. There's no real moment that's like out that I feel like is outright really bad.
Just watch, you're gonna get another glitch just for that.
Maybe with the glitch, it's like, okay, let's just restart the game. So it's just a minor, it's like, hey, I know what happened, we can fix it. Okay, yeah, okay, so now I can jump over that. Awesome.
You have to either jump or sidestep him right as he's about to do it.
What the fuck? I ran into him. I was able to... Whatever. Time's up. Oh no, I'm not gonna get the S rank. Oh no. Whatever. I mean, I'm just playing this game casually. Not a big deal.
My streamer keeps using to funny shrimp robot.
There's always like that one game where it's like, okay, there's going to be that one enemy. I think the only one where we didn't have that was Jack and Daxter, but that's just because, again, I usually know that game like the back of my hand.
To be fair, that enemy actually annoyed the crap out of me even once I got used to like playing the game a lot, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I do think it's.
I'm always more amused when there's always like that one enemy we always have in a game.
Because the punch you literally have to be like, you have to time it perfectly to not get hit by it if you're doing the jumping strat.
There we go, that would have got enough.
And also, you can't see the laser half in the last part of it, which is the funny part. Typically, what I like to do is, like, I do dash a little bit to make him do a laser attack, but come up close and then do the dash again to get him back into the laser thing, so I don't have to deal with the punches.
Shit. Whatever.
Whatever, I guess I'll get more footage.
I think my only real gripe is that this kind of has it where it's like, because in Unleashed it's like you hold on to rings, and same with Generations. There's this one, it goes back to like if you get hit once you lose all your rings, which fine. Most Sonic games are like that, but just feels weird that like Unleashed, where they're like going to be like, okay, yeah, you get to hold on to some rings. They suddenly decided to go back on that. All right.
Eat my shorts.
Eat my shorts.
Eat ass.
Just consume shorts and get excited for next shorts.
Bite my shiny melon.
Bite butt.
Hey, that's toxic. You can't say that. I got a good.
Okay, good. We made it. Oos!
There you go. Now you're finished with it.
Yeah, I don't care. Rank D, fuck it. We took a little bit, but then I figured out, yeah, like you just have to ration the boost.
That's crazy.
It makes sense there. You just have to ration the boost with him.
I think they compensate with no life system by making ranking really die too much. Oh yeah, time for the final boss. Oh yeah, in the DS version, that whole section before is just a chase sequence where Eggman is pursuing him with that robot right there. So it's a lot more frantic and also really hard because you get hit like twice, and it's really easy to do.
Don't explain the joke, Sonic.
Please let me stab your head so you come back in. I'll come off lame on you.
I do really like this machine though. It's really cool, as you're about to see. It's a really cool final boss that sadly they kept copying for the next couple of games outside of the Time Eater.
Honestly, Tails is such a non-entity in this game.
Yeah, that's kinda...
It's like, at least in Unleashed, he made sense because he flies Sonic from place to place.
Oh yeah, this boss is... This is like the one boss in the game that's actually really cool. Yeah, it's also kind of brutal because he's just absorbing in the background and use their power. Oh yeah, the laser attack that every final boss outside of Time Eater would copy like crazy. And...
Gotcha!
Sonic should insulted Eggman there.
He should have done the God of War thing that he did in Unleashed.
He should just put his fucking fingers through Eggman's eyes.
Just like, yeah, what happens to Poseidon?
Yes.
A warrior does not hide, Eggman.
Oh yeah.
It's going for the new Sonic game where Eggman sends Sonic to hell and he has to climb through hell.
I do want to play the God of War games on the channel so fucking bad.
And then years later, Sonic gets a child and calls him Boy.
Sonic and Boy.
Yes.
It's Tails.
Like how this,
Yeah.
I really like how this boss actually starts
Come on, Boy.
different powers into all at once instead of just. You know you can boost here, right?
Oh yeah, I ran boost. I'm used to not having the boost.
It's fine.
Why does it say you have 9 tails left?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, apparently Tails, it's like supposed to be like at certain levels when you die, Tails just drops you right where you died.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like, it's this weird easy mode thing. I don't know if I deliberately added it in or it's like something in the remake.
It's an option in the remake, I think.
And it's like, by the time I realized it's potentially an option, it was too late.
Oh, what the heck? You didn't get the prompt? That's weird. Yay, please. This is actually where the boss gets pretty hard, actually.
Yeah.
But
But it's pretty good. It teaches you, it's just expecting you to know everything up to that point, which I think is, that's how you're supposed to have a good final boss.
It's a really good boss. Yeah.
Fuck off.
What the heck? That is really weird.
There we go. Gotcha!
Yeah.
Oh, we get the orchestral rendition of Reach for the Stars. Hell yeah!
Did you... Well, I'll wait for after that.
Nope.
I don't want to give you any hints.
Sorry, I only need one of each color of you. The rest of you can stay in there. I like the idea of you having a certain number of those means that Tails will only deal with your shit for like 9 more times.
Come on. Gotcha! The problem is just getting those rings. It's just actually kind of a bit of a crapshoot.
No, you're supposed to dash immediately after you do that, and it instantly gives you the rings.
Okay, that explains everything.
Because it also plays into another hidden boss mechanic. You figured it out. I just love it. Anytime you dash into him, Eggman just gets sent flying like crazy. Like a Looney Tunes character.
I'm gonna Google Baldy McNose hair.
You are really addicted to that meme.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's all I can really say about Sonic Colors.
I mean, it is a signature line of this game, for better or for worse.
I mean, it's fine. I'm the really big geek here about this game.
I have Baldy
so
McNose
much.
hair.
Come on.
Baldy
Baldy McNose here, lord.
It comes back in Sonic Lost World, don't worry.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah!
I hope you really like. I hope you were okay.
Oh no, the one line I really hate in Lost World is, "That was cool." Pun entirely intended. This is the worst fucking Sonic line ever.
I like how the robot actually shows legit damage removal.
Let's rock.
Fuck is this?
Ooh, damn.
Uh-oh. You.
Oh
I
shit!
love how Eggman just puts
Yo!
the lid. This part is so cool.
Ayo!
Oh yeah, in the DS version, that's actually a quick time event like the Dark Gaia one, and it's extreme.
That was pretty cool.
You have to mash so hard on the X button in the DS version. It's crazy. But yeah, that's a really hard final boss.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Oh my god, one of the IDW comics has Sonic calling him Baldy McNosehair, and Eggman just shouts at him, "That's not funny, it's never been funny, it's never going to be funny."
I hope to God that Sonic Frontiers does not have Baldy McNosehair.
It better have Baldy McNosehair.
No.
Honestly, that gag was there.
This is the worst
That gag
running
is the
gag.
worst, and it needs to stay the worst.
Baldy McNosehair is the worst.
It is. It really is.
It's like, what the fuck does it mean?
Hey, this is my favorite.
Like, it's the most unfunny non sequitur ever. Like, the rules of comedy just collapse around Baldy McNosehair. Then again, I have big chunk of Steven Seagal, so what do I know?
Version Sonic Colors was the Chad Sonic Forces.
I bet you thought you were done with the final level. That means game over, right? Nope, you got one more level.
Got one more level, but that's fine.
Fun fact, you can actually glitch this out. If Sonic falls into a hole and gets sent flying, he'll be sent out of bounds, and the black hole won't be able to catch up with him. So you can make this level go on for a minute longer, but you have to do it at the exact right moment. They might have patched it out though in this version. But this part's really cool.
That was pretty cool.
I did see a version Sonic SatAM versus the Chad Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Perfect, because that's exactly what it is. If Sonic SatAM is overrated as fuck. Like, it really is.
Only aired on Saturdays, ignoring your education. Needs a backpack like a ninny. No Christmas in his godless world. Is Sonic 2 the anime?
Well, there we go. Sonic Colors is finished.
We need to watch the Sonic OVA someday.
Once Married Robotnik probably Smash 2. Yeah, that is canon.
We wanted to smash.
Oh yeah,
You did
Robotnik
marry a
fucked. Robotnik fucked.
Yeah, they fucked. Clearly. They clearly
Yeah, Robotnik and that one bounty hunter chick clearly fucked.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought Eggman shot you with a Glock.
In Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Robotnik canonically had 2 super forms.
Man, I thought Eggman shot you with a Glock, dude.
Robotnik grabbed a Chaos Emerald and fucking became super.
Yeah, that's gonna be perfect because these wisps aren't gonna fucking leave, even though.
Blades.
Yeah, that's bullshit. No, he's gonna be back, Tails. He's gonna be fucking back. The Wisps are always gonna stay around because Sega.
Yakker's actually a lot more involved in the DS version. Because of the visual novel style storytelling.
Barn Wisp, say it one more time.
They're not gonna say Baldy McNose hair.
This is bullshit. We'll wait till Sonic Lost World then.
Yeah, good. Good thing it's not in Generations. I swear if we say that and it's actually in there, I'm gonna probably break something.
You probably forgot, but it totally is probably in there.
I highly doubt it's in there, honestly. There's no likelihood that Baldy McNose hair is in that game.
Well, that's it. There's
Oh wait, we get to play the credits?
Yeah. It's a little
That's pretty cool.
In the original it gave you lives, but there's no lives in this game, so...
But yeah, that was Sonic Colors. I really like this game a lot, actually.
Yeah, I love this game. It is
Like, this is the kind of game that Sonic really needed to get out of his slump for good.
It's in my top 5.
Absolutely. Like, this game is definitely a top 10 entry for sure. Like, this game is super top tier.
This used to be my favorite game for the longest time until, like, I got around to playing Generations. And then Mania, but it's still...
Oh yeah, and Generations is really good too. We cannot wait to play that one for sure. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow. We're going to be using the PC version though, specifically. And I definitely cannot wait to play Generations. Generations, I remember really loving back in high school, dude.
Generations is honestly in the top 5.
Generations is so fucking good.
If you love Colors, then Generations is...
Oh no, dude, I fucking love Generations, man.
Can't wait till you get to Lost World.
Lost World was a game I remember. I think some people that I remember talking to on DeviantArt at the time might remember how I was genuinely looking forward to that, but I never got around to playing it.
You can use the
Lost World is that game that it's like when we get around to playing it, and that's gonna be like literally the blindest playthrough. Like all I know is Baldy McNose hair's in the game, the writing is garbage, and the game plays more like Mario-ish.
I hope Sonic Frontiers has Zavik and the Wisps in it.
You do not wish it has Zavik. You and I both know you do not.
I know.
You do not want Zavik. You want Baldy McNose hair, but not Zavik.
Yeah, I want Baldy McNose.
I can tolerate Baldy McNose hair, but you shut up when it comes to Zavik now.
No one wants Zavik.
No one wants Zavik. Nobody cares about Zavik.
I'll say this about Generations. It Colors is the game that smoothed out the Unleashed style of Boost formula, then Generations is the game.
Generations is the perfection, then Forces is this them not knowing what to fucking do. I'm definitely dreading Forces, because Forces, I fucking hate that game, actually.
Okay. I have a hypothetical situation for you. What if Sonic Frontiers opened up in Green Hill Zone, the first boss was Zavik, and you beat him with a Wisp?
And then every zone after that.
You are going to give several Sonic fans an aneurysm. I love it.
Yeah. That's also where Baldy McNose hair comes in.
Jay's reviews will be like, oh my god, why is Zavik still here?
And Zavik,
this is not a dig at Jay's reviews. I actually really like his content a lot, actually.
I don't know if this
I do want to make that clear that that's not a dig at Jay's reviews. I actually really love his content.
Also, I want to say that Speak With Your Heart is one of my favorite indie films of Sonic. I love Speak With Your Heart. It's corny, but in a good way.
But I had a lot of fun playing this game.
What if Zavik and Infinite were in the new game?
Infinite, I actually think people wouldn't mind, because Infinite had decent potential. The problem is just his backstory is so lame.
Yeah, he is.
Infinite is just like Broly. It's like when you really get down to his backstory, just the character falls apart.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this game was pretty decent. The writing was a little kind of cringy at moments, but that didn't matter because the gameplay was actually really fucking good.
People really overstate the writing colors being bad. They really do.
It's like the writing's kind of cringy, but it's like, it's not the worst. I've heard much worse. Like Lost World's writing, which is god-awful.
Oh, just you way too much.
I'm gonna put my hypothetical in group chat.
Just everything is Baldy McNose hair. Just have an entire Sonic script. The entire word is just Baldy McNose hair. They all just speak. It's just like Schnitzel from Chowder. Instead of Rada, it's just Baldy McNose hair.
Baldy McNose hair.
Yeah, just
Baldy McNose
have
hair,
everyone
Baldy
just
McNose
say
hair.
Baldy McNose hair is the only way to communicate.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm so tired of hearing the phrase now.
God, I seriously hope that does not pop up during fucking generations now. I swear, if Baldy McNose hair is uttered once.
I'm gonna count at any time. Like when Forces comes out, I'm skimming that script.
Wait, what?
When Sonic Frontiers gets out.
Sonic Frontiers were LPing that at launch for sure.
When Sonic Frontiers comes out.
Like,
I'm
the thing is,
skimming
it's
that
like, I would
script
normally be
for
that guy
me.
that says, oh, wait for reviews for Sonic games, but since I did a Sonic Marathon, we have to play that game at launch for better or for worse.
Yeah, if I swear, if Baldy McNose hair's anywhere in that script, I'm just saying,
It's because it's supposed to be like a more serious entry, and it's written by Ian Flynn, too. Not the creators of Baldy McNose hair.
But maybe he adopts it.
No,
He
Ian
adopts-
Flynn, because Ian Flynn wrote that one line in the comics like, Baldy McNose hair is not funny.
Ian Flynn is
Yeah,
really good.
okay, I'm gonna post that image because I love that image of just shut the fuck up, Baldy McNose
Ian Flynn is a genuinely decent writer. Like, everyone kind of gives it crap. It's like, well, we don't want Ian Flynn writing for the games now because of the Zombat arc in IDW. It's like, that's more just due to IDW having weird publishing shit.
That's not funny. It's never been funny. It's never going to be funny.
He's not like a perfect writer, but
Yeah.
there is like, you know, he's good.
Don't you know that's one of the Sega mandates? So like you have to put Baldy McNose hair in.
I swear that's an actual mandate. Sega doesn't know what the fuck they're doing.
That would be fucking hilarious, but also depressing.
You know there's probably a mandate Sonic has to say Baldy McNose hair one time.
Yeah, one time.
You get every Sonic game gets one.
Yeah. He sees the modern and classic Egg band together. He's like, wow, the most Baldy McNose hairs are doubling.
Is this a Baldy McNose hair convention?
Yes.
I fucking hate that line so much. Honestly, I don't know. I would rather have Paul fight aliens than ever have Baldy McNose hair in a serious Sonic game ever again.
Okay, I'll quote you on that.
I seriously would rather have Paul fight aliens. At least that's not canon. Baldy McNose hair is canon.
Oh, didn't you know how his ending in Tekken 8 is gonna be? He's gonna walk up to Hachi and say, "Hey, what's up, Baldy McNose hair?"
Oh my god, never mind. No. I do not want a Paul calling someone Baldy McNose hair ever. You stop with this blasphemy. Paul is cool. He would never say Baldy McNose hair. Let's have Miguel say Baldy McNose hair. Actually, no. Let's just have Feng Wei call Paul Baldy McNose hair.
He's calling Jin Baldy McNose hair, and Jin's like, "What?"
Just imagine if Tekken just suddenly had like Lee Chow Lane go, "What's up, Baldy McNose hair?" Oh, excellent.
Hwarang just calls.
Warren just goes up to Jin. "What's up, Baldy McNose hair? Let's fight."
Hey,
Just
Hachi,
have Guilty
come back
Guilty
to
Gear
your
Kai.
fight, Baldy McNose hair.
Guilty Gear Kai goes up to Soul. "Hey, Baldy McNose hair." No, that's what Soul says to Slayer.
Yeah,
No, he's not bald though.
but you don't know his stripe design could be bald.
Yeah, he might be
the
bald.
First thing you hear is, "Hey, what's up, Baldy McNose hair?"
Actually, since the game's like Toyota's like not really super good outside of the funny little end credits thing, but yeah, I gotta hop off. So I'll see you guys later.
Who was it? I'm trying to remember who was bald in Guilty Gear. Like, was there any bald characters in Guilty Gear?
Dr. Baldhead.
Yeah, Faust. Right. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, Baldy McNose hair?
Like everyone, like they just have a new character named Baldy McNosehair for Guilty Gear. That means you just have Potemkin series and go, hey, Baldy McNosehair, what's up?
Yes.
There, we're trying to run the joke in the ground so Sega doesn't use it ever again.
Yes. Like this is the level of humor where it's like it's not funny, so that makes it anti-humor, but also at the same time it circles around again.
Yeah, it's just the worst joke in the fucking. I think it's like that one, because there's always that one joke in any comedic game that like really falls flat.
Yeah.
Like Ratchet & Clank 2016 had hashtag Gadgetron.
Oh my god.
Granted, it was said by his business CEO.
Okay, yeah.
And the intended joke was more like, oh, kids love their social medias. Say hashtag Gadgetron. Like, it's actually like one of those jokes I think a lot of people kind of miss the point where you think, oh, so it's trying to do a current joke. It's like, oh, it's more parroting just how, like, several fucking corporations just trying to be hip and trendy.
Yeah.
No, fucking, what was it? It was Full Frontal Assault, I think it was. Or, like, Full Frontal Assault has it where, like, the fucking villain apparently hacks the ship to play the Troll-a-Lol theme.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like, that actually fucking happens. And it's like, what the fuck is this?
So you're telling me that new Ratchet & Clank game doesn't have a moment where the villain puts Big Chungus on
That better be a
fucking
Big Chungus
loudspeaker?
reference. We need a Big Chungus reference.
Yes.
What do you mean Big Chungus isn't funny?
We need Big Chungus. Big Chungus is funny.
Hey, if it isn't Big Chungus McNosehair.
Big Chungus McNosehair. Now that's comedy. Oh god. I think I am going to give everyone an aneurysm with my new name in the chat.
Oh my god, yes. Yes. I think we've peaked comedy.
Yeah, we've been. You know what's funnier than Baldy McNosehair and Big Chungus McNosehair? Pickle Big Chungus McNosehair.
Yes.
We need Pickle Baldy McNosehair now. That's peak comedy. You know, Sega can't do it because the universe would collapse if we were to ever reveal Pickle Baldy McNosehair in his Big Chungus variant.
Yes.
I love how fucking they just put Big Chungus in Space Jam 2 still.
Yeah.
Like way after the meme was dead.
It's not even the worst sin of that movie.
Yeah. I mean, granted, it's like, I love when they this is like one of those things where I really hate when like a corporation's trying to like ascend memes. You don't know how long the thing's gonna take forever to make.
Yeah.
Jesus, how long are these credits? Because like you never know when the meme's gonna be current. Because sometimes it's like, okay, some memes are like sort of eternal and will always have like a chuckle here and there.
Yeah.
Then you have shit like the cake is a lie.
Yeah.
Oh my god, if this game had a fucking Portal reference, that would have been utterly cringeworthy.
Hey, Baldy McNosehair, did you know the cake's a lie?
Like, if that wasn't there, that would have been like the worst.
We're gonna reach the final level of comedy eventually.
No, we must see the ultimate peak comedy, Duke Nukem Forever.
Yes. we're gonna reach the end of comedy at this rate. And I'm looking for the end of comedy.
Duke Nukem Forever, man, that game's writing is so fucking bad. Like, I remember just playing only a little bit of it with my buddies during, like, after a Christmas party. And, like, we got to, I think the farthest we got to, like, was the Christian Bale rant reference.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, this really dates the fucking game.
Yeah, if it came out nowadays, he'd be like, I think Big Chungus is really funny.
If it came out nowadays, there'd be like several Rick and Morty references.
And there'd be a Baldy McNosehair reference too.
I'm surprised they didn't even throw that in there, because like Duke Nukem Forever came out after this.
Oh yeah. But it took a while for this in the oven to finally, for people to appreciate Baldy McNosehair.
I read something like, the development of the atomic bomb took less time than Duke Nukem Forever.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, the actual atomic bomb during the Manhattan Project took less time than Duke Nukem Forever.
And so did Duke Nukem Manhattan Project. That also took less time.
The fact that the Manhattan Project actually took less time is actually kind of fucking scary.
Oh yeah.
Like, it took less time to develop nuclear weapons in a video game. Be afraid. Be very afraid. My god!
Do you think Duke Nukem would have been a Redditor if they made it
Yes.
nowadays?
Yes.
Yes. I went on Reddit.com and I saw a picture of a yellow dog. I thought it was pretty obvious.
I love that one thing I found, like, Duke Nukem's guide to using the internet, where it's explicitly clear that he hates Nazis.
Oh yeah.
If someone complains, like, oh, Duke's not supposed to do that, it's like, it's a political statement. It's like, okay, I know you're a fucking asshole now.
Yeah.
Like, if someone goes, oh, you made it political, it's like hating this type of group is apparently a political statement. I mean, granted, it is, but it's like, it's a political statement I think most sane people would agree with.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, if you have problems with that, I feel like your belief system's kind of fucked. Oh, we got a bot.
Yeah, I see it. I think we went fucking... We went fucking... That we just fucking, like, lost. That we're now lost in the ether because we went from talking about...
Baldy McNosehair to Duke Nukem Forever.
Yeah, to talking about Duke Nukem Forever, and now we're talking about...
We're talking about people of questionable beliefs.
Yeah.
This game uses copyrights, but no copyright law. Doesn't this game tell me that no copyright law in the universe is going to stop me from Baldy McNosehair?
Yeah. We need a Baldy McNosehair.
Oh my god, the frame rate is... Okay, yeah, we're at the end of the credits. Distribution, sublicense, and/or sell copies of the software to prevent blah 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 blah.
Don't you know I can make a T-shirt that says Baldy McNosehair now, and you can't stop me because you didn't trademark it.
Yeah, no copyright law in the universe is going to stop me from profiting off of Baldy McNosehair.
Sonic, you cannot put Baldy McNosehair on that T-shirt. That is a
Sonic, no! Don't turn Baldy McNosehair into a marketable plushie. No! I love it. I hate this shit now.
Yeah, it's again. This is like layered. Game crash?
Yeah, I think the game crashed.
It knew we were shit talking Baldy McNosehair.
I mean, honestly, we finished the game, so it's not a big deal. See you all next time. Join us tomorrow as we do Sonic Generations. Bye,
See
everybody.
y'all, my Baldy McNosehairs later.
See ya.